Big win this weekend. Wow. There's a lot of narrative going around about the quarterback situation. There's different opinions on this show about it. They're both valid opinions. And I should say they're all valid opinions. But I think the thing that needs to be addressed here is that, A, Coach Getsy did a good job with the rookie quarterback with the play calling. I think he might have recognized how quickly he can get rid of the ball, and it worked in his favor. And then Coach Flus continues to call defensive plays, and they're starting to look better and better each week. I think that's kind of a little bit of hope, because I think the narrative for what we're going to be talking about here is, should he be hiring a defensive coordinator for next season? Guys, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fantastic, PJ. It was we didn't get to do a show after meeting you in person at the Vikings game, so we can get into that in a minute. Foster with the playoff beard, still going. Getting gnarlier every day. How you doing, Foster?
Still growing. Oh man, good. It was a great week for me. A lot of activity, but it's fucking awesome, man. Good game, good people.
Excellent game. Still exhausted, still recovering from that couple of weeks. Walt, how was your anniversary dinner tonight? Your belated anniversary dinner?
It was good. Worth every penny. Highly recommended if you're ever in Naperville.
Where'd you go?
I went to Ramsey's Kitchen, so
Oh,
finally got to eat at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant.
Wow, good for you, man.
It looked very fancy.
Yeah.
Freaking Walt. I just ate, man, and then I'm looking at all these pictures, and I'm looking at that beef and the dessert, and I'm going, man, I'm freaking hungry, and now I'm hungry still. Because of you, damn it. That food looked great, dude.
You're in the area. You can head over there now.
We're going to
Later, guys.
We're going to Commander's Palace for Thanksgiving in New Orleans. I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh.
It's one of those types of restaurants. That's what's his name? Emeril Lagasse started off his career there. So excited for that. Guys, are you ready to talk some Bears? It's been an exciting week. We've got 2 out of 3 wins. I think we should get into this shit. Walt, let's kick this shit off. Thank God this is the last week for Retro's opener that he made for us, because I cannot wait to get back to my dance.
I don't think of Halloween for another 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
Oh shit, really?
We'll just run that till October 24, Peach.
You won't run into up until next summer.
By next week it'll be November, so we can get right back to it, guys. As my mammy would do, right?
Man.
Guys, I mean, this is exciting, right? We just won 2 out of 3 games. Is not the defense getting better? I mean, we're seeing incremental improvement from the offense, whether it was Justin Fields. They kind of took a dump in the last game when he got injured. And then we see the rookie come out and do a good job. But the defense has been there in all 3 of those games. And I think the credit should go. We've all been talking shit about Flus. We've been expecting him to get fired, right? And here we are. The defense is improving with him calling plays. So I'm wondering if they did hire Phil Snow to help out with analyzing, and he needs someone to look forward to the future and help him with his play calling to for his game plan and stuff. Good move on him by doing so. So I wonder even so much how much that has already helped him. And I'm just curious to know what you guys think. Just to start off the show, does he even need a defensive coordinator if he continues to ascend like this?
I think it's important that if he gets a defensive coordinator, he's in lockstep with him, because the reason why Flus got this job is because of the defense he had. So to bring in a defense coordinator that's not in line with him, I think that'd be problematic. Um, it seems like Flus has a real good feel for calling plays. So I would prefer him to call them, because it seems like we have did a great job since he has taken over, and we still not there talent wise. So yeah, I'm in favor of him calling plays. I'm just hoping he can still manage the football team, although he's calling plays. So we would need a defensive coordinator just to help out with the other stuff, I guess.
At least someone to help him, coordinate for the game plan for the next week, because there's plenty of defensive coaches that call the plays, plenty of offensive coaches that call the plays.
Right.
So that just kind of begs my question to this. Foster.
No, Pete, you said it. I don't know if you saw me. I'm just going, yep. I agree. It's got to be somebody that's in line, whoever he gets, so that he can resume his normal duties. And I'm wondering, because the Raiders game was the first game where Snow handed in a report. How much did that affect his play calling? Where was Vegas ready for man coverage? Were they expecting zone all day long? These are things that I think about, and I want to say this too, because we've seen how the defense has been improving. I'm happy with the improvement of the offensive line, even though it's not all the guys. Hopefully, we're going to have them all back together soon. With Braxton Jones and Nate Davis in there with the rest of the guys. So I'm anxious for that, but I'm just curious as to how. I'd like to see the report that Snow handed in on taking care of the Raiders, how it affected how Flus called. We knew they were progressing before that. They had been progressing the last 2 or 3 weeks. So we knew that was on the up and up. And then these guys are starting to play too. They're starting to learn some things, the young guys, because they're all young. They're all young. Wow. So but I really like what's going on with the defense, man. If we can hold teams to 12 points a game offensively, because that's about what we've been doing.
Yeah.
And then the running games, or the running defense.
Both have been picking up the pace.
Absolutely. But aren't we like 5th against the run?
I think so.
It's up there, man.
Lester Wiltfong put out a stat there. We were talking on the PSF app this Tuesday about the running game on offense to the right has been outstanding this year with Nate Davis, and then it picked up a notch with Tevin Jenkins in there at the right this past game. I mean, Jenkins was a freaking beast this week, man.
Yeah.
Pancaking guys, running all over the place, setting, he was a beast. He is really playing out to be one of our best players and a fantastic draft pick.
Yeah, all that talk about getting rid of Tevin over the summer, I was like, nah, you don't want to get rid of your best lineman. No. I mean, I still maintain that. I do think he plays better on the right side than he do on the left. That's just my visual. I think he plays better over there. But I know Nate's coming back eventually, so he had to move back to the left. So we'll see what happens.
Walt?
Yeah, I mean, defense has been a gradual advance for the last couple of weeks. And, it's been a plus. I mean, it hasn't been the greatest at times, but it's definitely shown the fans enough to where, they put the pitchforks and torches away on Flus for a little while. He bought him some time. Phil Snow probably definitely helped. You definitely saw more variety in the defensive play calling. Even from going from Alan Williams to Matt Eberflus, you did see a slight change, but it definitely was, you're playing more man coverage, you're playing less zone. and when you did play a zone, the zones were a little tighter. You know, I'm still the jury's still out on that, but overall, and you know, to go on to Tevin Jenkins, I mean, it was never a doubt in my mind that he was going to play, you know, to this level. That was just a fact.
Right. I mean, if he did not live up to his college expectations, it would be an absolute, you know, it would have been awful to see that someone of his caliber in college just didn't keep progressing into the NFL. And he's done a fantastic job considering all the shit he's been through with this team, injuries, speculation, you know, moved around the offensive line all different ways. And for him to show up and to still be one of our best offensive linemen really says a lot about the kid, man.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
He's going to be our best left guard too, Pete. He'll probably be our best right guard and our best left guard.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We give him some time behind it because he is just an animal, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's the kind of player everybody wants. You know, somebody like that guy.
And Pete, you weren't on the show last week because you're back. I hope you're doing better, my friend.
I still have some challenges with that sciatica, but it's better. It's a lot better.
It was so awesome to meet you at the Vikings game. I could barely get my arms around you.
Okay, Retro.
It was a bear hug for sure from you, my friend.
All right, that's enough of that already. See, here you go. Just took it too far in the first 15 minutes of the show. Just look at him, just going overboard with it.
He always does that at some point. At least he waited 15 minutes a few weeks back, like a month ago. It was like right off the bat, and cost him right off the bat.
It was just because you're like twice you're like taller than I. It seemed like it was like, damn. How tall are you? 6'8"?
I'm 6 feet tall. You 6'2".
I've shrunken over the years.
That's what she said. Leave it out there, man.
Man.
And Foster, I mean, you got to go to the game with us last week with Chris Watts. I forgot to ask you about sitting in the seats with him. How were your seats? How was your time at the game with him?
It was awesome because we were sitting right at the 50-yard line. I mean, we were a little high for Peach, but I literally for the first 10 minutes of the game, because I was watching you guys do the flag thing. So I was sitting in the first row in the 437 section, and that was actually really nice, man, because it was like I was slightly above the field. Those were decent, man. But then we moved up our 20 rows, and I was trying to get Chris to go down, and he didn't want to. But we were still good because we were sitting right on the 50, slightly above everything. So, I mean, I didn't even need the binocs or anything. I could see everything, man. The only thing I didn't see, which I wish I would have, was when Chris Watts, when you guys were doing the flag, the NFL flag or the power flag, whatever that was.
Yeah.
He went down to the ground and kissed Soldier Field.
Oh, I missed that.
I didn't get to see it. Man. He was telling me the whole experience, and we had a real good time. Chris dozed off for about 10 minutes there because he got tired, but other than that, man, we had a blast. And then we got to hang out in the parking lot waiting for all you guys because we got there 15 minutes before you. So I was happy I got to spend some good time just talking to Chris, man.
So you were actually able to see us on the field, right?
Yes.
Oh, you was on the field too?
I bet you I got some video of it on my phone. I haven't even looked through my phone.
Yeah, there's this right there. You can see Chris Watts with his hair.
Yeah.
Yep. You can see the hat.
And I'm right to his right.
Left.
Oh, I didn't know you was on the field, Shorty. I knew Chris was. I didn't know you was.
Yeah. I was
I was trying to go with the Peach.
Really, he was trying really hard too.
They say Santa Claus can't come.
No, they had a list of people.
Oh, okay.
And I had to go on with them anyways because Chris's phone didn't work, so I couldn't even transfer him the ticket for him to get into the field by himself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a problem because he's international, so it was very it was difficult for him to talk to people with his phone.
No 5G. The only way he could do anything is if he was somewhere with internet And then it all had to be like we did everything through Messenger.
So how was he able to get in the game?
What?
How was he able to get in the game?
I went with them.
Oh, okay. You did go.
That's when I was trying to get on the flag team, but they wouldn't let me because I'm not on the list.
Right.
We don't see Papa Smurf on the list here.
Yeah, right.
This is this is Foster taking a picture of us on the train ride home.
Yeah. I sent it to Aldo and I just put fucking kids.
Look at me passed out with my phone in my hand.
Man, can't hang.
I was saying all this stuff to Aldo about Dan, and Dan was the three of us were on a three-way connection. And his phone was buzzing, but he slept right through it, man.
Oh, that was good stuff, man. That was good times.
Absolutely.
We got a picture taken with George McCaskey,
Larry Mayer.
Yeah, it was. We got our. Well, there's a story here that Larry Mayer did about us. I have to go back to this screen. What is it? This one. And stop sharing this and present this one. This is a story you can find. It's actually in the. I posted it on the. It's in the description of this show, and this is the article that Larry Mayer did about the GoFundMe for Chris Watts, and there he is on the field. That was the Vikings game. We had great seats in the end zone, and then it goes on. It shows him on the field holding the flag, pretty cool stuff, and then another picture of him and I together there, which is pretty cool. And it mentions you too, Foster. Look,
Yeah,
right.
I actually just read it.
Jim Foster was among the Bears fans who donated to the GoFundMe page.
He even quoted me in there, man.
Yeah. I mean, good times, man.
Where was you guys sitting at, Shorty, for the Raiders game?
I was sitting 200 United Club level, so I had to go into the United Club to get to my seats, and we were kind of off to the to the right side of almost to the end zone, but we had a perfect view of the field. It was amazing.
Cool.
Clip saying, Shorty, you sent me the video. Thanks, and my wife had it up. Just show up. Shorty, you sent me the video. Thanks, and my wife had it just show up on her phone. It's spreading. Oh yeah, for the video of well, it was the article, right, of Larry Mayer you're talking about.
Oh, is that what? I don't know.
But pretty cool stuff. He was also on the morning show. Let me pull that up.
And give a shout out to Clinton, who gave Cliff the club seats that you guys were sitting in. So thanks to Clinton.
Major shout out to Clinton for those club level seats. We sat with it was Cliff Victoria and I and his buddy Curtis and Clinton, who has the tickets. Excellent hosts, and thank you very much. It was a tailgate party before and after. It was a lot of fun.
These guys know how to cook, and Clinton makes a killer guacamole, man. I kid you not.
Oh man,
I couldn't stop eating. My doctor's going to be pissed when I told him what I ate at that tailgate party before and after the game, because we stayed there till 5 when they threw us out.
Yeah. That was the same thing at the Tampa game too.
Hey guys, I want to give a special shout out to Doug Van Dorn. I haven't seen him in the chat in a few weeks. So Doug, I'm glad you're here, man. I was concerned about you, thinking about you. I'm glad you're okay, bro.
Yeah, yep.
We seriously missed you, Doug. We were like, where's Doug? Man, hope he's okay.
We brought him up the last 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, I was concerned about you, man. I'm glad you're here.
Let's get to everybody in chat while we're at it. Cliff.
Yes, Cliff.
PJ.
I love Cliff.
King Buka, Mr. Mayhem. Great to see you guys again.
King Buka.
now we're wondering where Mark Kazak is at. Where the hell is he?
Yeah.
But this is Chris Watts on the morning show, the Fox morning show, that Friday morning after I picked him up and ran my truck into a parking garage ceiling.
Oh.
And
That's a dedicated Bear fan there, I'm telling you.
Well,
Man.
There's no sound, Shorty.
no sound.
Mm-mm.
Damn it. Let me try that again.
Now, I did give Chris a bear hug.
That should be. There wasn't any audio on that?
Nope.
No.
it might have been really. I'm hearing audio now. I just don't know what it is.
Let's try it again.
Took you at 37 years.
Yeah,
No, you don't hear that?
Years and it's red.
There you
Now I
go.
hear it.
Weather with me, unfortunately.
So how, again, you talked about becoming a Bears fan
Yeah.
back in the 80s. What kept you with the team all these years?
Well, I think it's like a bit of a British thing. Like once we pick a club, we just stick to it. So you get the loyalty, and the Chicago Bears. It was more the sort of big personalities in the 80s, like Jim McMahon and Walter Payton and the Fridge. And yeah, I've just been following them for over 30 years for my sins. And
My sins.
a bit of success out of me, really. So
Is that what you said?
It
Just
has
a little.
been that long since we last won the Super Bowl. We've been to one since
that's
then.
right,
but,
yeah.
Chris, let me ask you this. Your favorite players back in the mid-'80s,
Yeah.
and then who are some of your favorite players all these years later?
Well, Walter Payton is my favourite Bears player. I actually ended up playing football.
Okay.
We actually had teams over in England. So I played running back because of Walter Payton.
That's cool.
So that were really inspiring. And then I suppose the team today, obviously, we like to see Justin Field improve like he has done for the last couple of weeks. So I'd say Justin Field at the moment is probably my most favourite present player.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, when you talk to your friends in England, you say, I'm a football fan. They're like, that's not football. Do they say that?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Like if I said, soccer in England, they'd lynch me. They go, no, that's football, And the NFL's not football, you know what I mean? But you used to get that a little bit when I was growing up, but it's become so popular over in England now with the regular season games at Wembley
Right.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Can I just say that he was so hungover right now that
Yeah.
you have got to give him so much credit for talking, for
Yeah.
even being able to speak.
Yeah.
So it sort of really exploded again. But in the 80s, it were absolutely massive American football in England. You had people sort of, wearing all the merchandise, and there were teams sprouting up everywhere. So, that 85 Bears spread the word of the NFL really into Europe and into England.
Well, the NFL clearly saw you all wearing your Bears gear over there and said, we've got to get the teams over there some more. So you're going to the Bears game this weekend.
That's right, yeah.
We're facing off against the Vikings.
Yep.
This will be your very first Bears game in the U.S.
That's right, yes.
So tell me how you're feeling about it and what you're hoping to see.
I'm quite confident. I'm not confident. I'm going to give you a Joe Namath guarantee win. That's how confident I am. I think
All right, now we got to pull him. If you want to watch the entire,
After that game, Justin Field wasn't his favorite player anymore, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, I was going to say that statement kind of aged well, right?
I
Yeah.
totally gave up on him. But he told me, like, when they asked me that, I don't know. Justin Fields. What's the other answer, right? What's it going to be? Jaquan Brisker? Deontay
Roshan
Foreman?
Johnson, baby.
Roshan Johnson? Right.
Right. Right. Anyone, you could have said about anybody, really, but Fields.
That night we went after I picked him up and trashed my truck. We went to Billy Goat's, had a couple of Malort shots.
Ooh, how was that?
Not as bad as I thought.
Oh, okay.
Kind of had
Dan's face was puckered for 2 days. Don't let him bullshit.
it almost had like the final sensation was like you ate a lemon peel. Very bitter. It wasn't kerosene, castor oil, and lemon peel. Somebody posted in the comments of the video that I took in Billy Goat's. It was perfect. It was like it's like drinking something through a dandelion stem. It was like, that was perfectly said. Yeah.
Yeah, Doug.
Ugh.
Half as nasty as you thought.
He
It's
loved
still
it.
half nasty.
He loved the burger though.
Mhm.
He loved the Billy Goat's burger. And then hit up a bar after that and got a little too shitty for the next morning, but he handled it well. Good for him. Pissed, as he would call it. He kept saying, "I was absolutely pissed last night." I'm like, "About what?"
What? Gonna brush up on your slang there.
What pissed you off so bad? Doug, what he loved about the Billy Goat's burger is the same thing that I love. It's the Kaiser roll bun that they have. It's a very soft Kaiser roll bun. And you can put all your own ingredients on it. He just loved it. But he did ask for fries.
Cool.
But it was a great week with him. He got home safe.
Good.
I mean, Foster and I shed tears when he left, right? Separately. I went to sleep when I got home. Just all I could hear was his voice in my head with all of his different slangs for different words. And I was like, I think I got it now. No, I don't. By day 3, he was like, "Stop trying to talk like
I
me."
walked around all week, telling everybody, "Cheers, mate."
Yeah, cheers, mate.
I kid you not. It's all because of him, man. Because that's like I'd hand him a lighter for a cigarette. Cheers, mate. Whatever it was. Here's a bottle of water. Cheers, mate. So it was,
Cheers, mate, is his thing. He kept saying cheers, cheers. Then he started going, "Cheers, thank you." I'm like, that's like a double acronym. Is that what it is?
I don't know. It's something.
You're pronouncing it twice. Thank you.
So, what was on the menu for the tailgate with Cliff?
Oh, those were tacos.
Oh, he had tacos. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Steak tacos, burgers, stuffed bratwurst.
Cool.
Man,
Oh, you went to that too, Foster?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely, man.
Cool.
Like I said, I did everything outside. I didn't spend a dime at Soldier Field, man. The tickets were enough.
Wow.
Ate before and after. Did everything before and after. It was just a great day, man. It was a long day.
Man. Well, good job there, Cliff, on stuffed bratwurst, you said?
Oh, those guys had everything, man. They had more than that.
King Buka worked at Portillo's when you were a kid. Huh? I worked at a similar place. So could you make your own Portillo's if you needed to now, King Buka? I don't know where you live, but if you don't live in Illinois, could you make them yourself? Because I do.
Hey, Hair Bear. Cheers, y'all wankos.
Hair Bear! I sent Chris a link for tonight, but he's probably still recovering.
When did he get back?
Tuesday morning. I dropped him off at O'Hare at around 1 o'clock. His flight was at 2:30. So I want to say Tuesday morning their time is when he got
around 10 o'clock. Yeah, on Tuesday morning.
Cool.
So, he was up, man. He had a rough, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was pretty rough for him, man. It was. He had a rough weekend, man.
He came back from Aldo's party like just hungover as I've ever seen anyone when he got on the train with you the next morning, just like. And the whole time he sat down, he's like, "Fuck you, Foster."
That's what he kept saying too for no reason.
Foster.
He's just going, "Fucking Foster,
fucking Foster."
He didn't do anything.
I'm like,
dude.
what
He
did
goes,
Foster
"Yeah, I
do
know."
to you, man? He drove us around. He's our DP. Didn't do anything. We didn't encourage you to do anything. You were the one chucking out the tequila bottle at Al's party.
Him and Kurt, that guy Curtis, man. I like Curtis as a good guy, dude.
Yeah, Curtis is a good guy. Curtis took
But you guys had a great time.
Talking on tequila, please, and I'm going, man. Somebody's gonna pay for that.
I'm sorry.
Thank God I got Chris out of my car before he puked. And then Cliff's got pictures of Curtis on the side of the highway puking at about the same time, too. There's a whole puke documentary for 2 days just about. I think we got it documented on our phone. I kid you not.
So what I'm hearing is Cliff is like that little devil on your shoulder, getting you to drink more.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
my buddy Curtis.
Got Curtis too, but Cliff is just awesome, man. You gotta just listen to the guy.
Cliff, yeah, good guy.
Pay attention when he talks because you'll miss it, and it's usually quick. Kind of like you, PJ.
Well, Cliff's my guy, man. Cliff's my guy. I'm telling you.
Yep.
He'll be on the show soon. As soon as his house is fixed, right?
Again.
Yeah. As soon as that house is fixed, he'll buy another one.
3 years from
Sorry,
now.
guys. I gotta put in my new Lanai again. Didn't we do this like 2 years ago?
Well, it was a different hurricane. It was this next hurricane that took out this Lanai. He's got such a great Chicago accent when he talks. Hi, Dan. How you doing? Great to see you again, Dan. He's such a polite guy.
He is wild, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
But had a great freaking week with everyone. Great to see you again, Cliff and Curtis again, and Clinton. Thank you for the tickets, and Aldo, thank you for being such a gracious host at your party. I'm sorry that I pissed in your bushes the night we left. We won't go into that anymore, but
yeah, sure, because I want to now. So I'm trying for an hour and because Dan drank a little too much himself, obviously.
We are all shit faced.
I didn't drink too much.
You're the only one that wasn't.
It's fine. So, anyways, finally get Dan out the front door. He closes the front door. I'm walking to my car. I thought he's right behind me. I get to the car. I turn around. He's gone. Came out, took a step, turned into the bushes, had to pee. Couldn't make it back 20 feet to the back. I don't think he could get in, but it was. I'm going, oh crap, man. Well, nobody saw you. There's like 70 cameras in the neighborhood. The neighbors know.
Cliff saying pissing wasn't the bad part. It was the ring cam that caught me at Aldo's house. Oh, what an asshole.
But I think Aldo just said, hey, man, when you got to go, you got to go.
I mean, I literally took 2 steps out the door. I was like, holy shit, I got to go right now. I was like, started to piss myself. I'm like, I got to go in the bushes.
I'm already in the car starting it.
That's when you know it was a good party. So thank you, Aldo. Everyone was there, too. John Buffone, Heidi showed up.
Currents were there. AC
was there.
The whole show.
Dan Aguirre was there, right?
Dan Aguirre, Joe Mandel, Vinny Parisi.
I just want to know, did anybody grab Dan Aguirre's junk?
No.
Okay.
How would you want to know that?
No.
Yeah. Now you're going. You're talking. You're sounding like Dan, Peach. Cut it out.
No. I was thinking about that. That picture he got with
Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. No, Manson didn't show up.
Oh, that's right. Danny Shimon was there. Tooch was there too. It was
KB.
It was an awesome party.
KB was there.
KB was there. Yep.
Man.
There's Will Wright, who's
Joe Mandel and his wife. The Mandels were there.
Will Wright's doing a new show on the Barroom Network. He was there.
Sorry I missed it, man. I really
came to the wrong game, buddy. Wrong game. You blew your wad.
No. I'm glad I got a chance to see Justin Fields finally play though.
But you would have seen a win if you would have come to this game.
I wanted to see Justin Fields play though.
Because he didn't play. That's his whole point. He was Justin Fields.
You would have seen him play for 3+ quarters.
Not against the Raiders.
Not against the Raiders.
Against the Vikings.
Yeah, I said
he went to the Vikings game.
Yeah, you were at that game. Yeah.
But Dan's still hung over from fucking the game.
Still hung over, man. I drove. I got up the next day from that game and drove 12 hours home. Got home at 12:30 a.m. on Monday morning, and I was just like, I was great the whole ride. And as soon as I walked in the door, I was like, oh my! I just passed out.
After the game, you drove straight home?
The next morning.
Oh, the next morning. Okay.
Got home, took the train home. That was the passed out pick on the train.
Okay.
And then had a little teary moment when Chris left, and then passed back out on the train. And luckily, somebody on the train farted, and it totally woke me up. And I was like, I heard that. And like my next stop, the next stop was mine. I was like, thank God I heard that.
Man.
Uh,
A lot of fun, man. What a great weekend.
yeah,
Cannot wait to do it again. I'm sure Aldo will not invite me to his house again. I don't blame him, but we can do the party somewhere else.
Shorty can't come back to my house, I'll tell you that.
Cliff saying, Shorty, you're seeing what weekends with us are like. Yeah. He keeps saying you've had the full Curtis experience. And I was like, no, Tampa was my fault. This last one might have been Curtis's.
I don't know. I think Cliff, Curtis, and you are the party animals there.
Could be, yeah. I wasn't chugging out of a bottle of tequila, though. I know Curtis was about the most hungover I've ever seen anyone in my entire life. He reminded me of New Year's 12 years ago that I had. It's just one of those New Year's mornings where you're just like, God, kill me. He's sitting at the tailgate just like,
The funny part is he was blasted out of his mind Saturday night, puking Sunday morning, still drunk and hungover, like through the game. And he drove the truck to drive us to the train after that because everybody else was too drunk.
Right. Well, Hair Bear says you guys can come to his place next time. He has 5 acres.
All right.
Oh man, we'll destroy it, Hair Bear. You can't leave those guys alone for too long. That's the problem, man.
You give us too much space. We'll destroy.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Because I live like on an acre and a half. If I piss out in my front yard, nobody would know. So it's just it was not only was an emergency, but it was kind of like a normalcy.
There's no normalcy with you.
Trying to tell you.
But it was a great weekend, great week with Chris. And, cannot wait. He wants to plan this every year. He's gonna have to start saving right now because we're not doing another GoFundMe. But it'll be great to have
20 quid a week. We'll do it, man. 20 pounds a week. We'll be able to do it.
20 pounds a week, huh?
Yep. But that should get him close in American money. It'll get him close. And then, but we had a deal when I dropped him at the train station. I'm picking him up at the same train station next Bears season.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all he has to do is start a OnlyFans. I'm sure he'll make the money up.
Just sell pictures of his feet. Cliff is saying Chris is awesome in person. Such a great guy. He is absolutely. I mean, Chris claims to be a lazy person, but this guy is absolutely fucking spotless. He doesn't wear the same shirt or pants twice in a row. He takes a shower every single morning. He makes his bed. He irons his clothes. I mean, I'm sure you still iron your clothes, Walt and PJ. But I know Foster and I
adult people stuff, guys.
We do not iron our fucking t-shirts, but he does. He's not that lazy. He showed me pictures of his apartment. It's like spotless.
Crap, I need him over here.
He's not lazy. He's just unmotivated. I think we just motivated him, guys. What did you say?
I said, crap, I need him over here.
I know. So do I.
That's why I was trying to get him to stay with me all week, damn it. I want my house clean. He's OCD.
Yes.
That's what I stopped too. I'm like, iron, no iron.
Doug Van Doren, iron clothes? I know not of which you speak. I know.
It's dryer, high heat, and some sheets, man.
And then
that's how you take wrinkles out. That's why it says right on the dryer, wrinkle release, right? I think.
So he's not lazy. I tell you that much. He's not lazy. He's just unmotivated. I think we've motivated him. So
I hope so too, because I'm just like, dude, 20 pounds a week, and you could be back here next fall.
I'm gonna tell you what, though, Chris, when you're watching this tomorrow, do not expect to go on the field every time. Do not expect to get interviewed by Larry Merritt every time, and do not expect to go on Fox News every time. Next time you come out, it's gonna be a lot more boring.
Yep.
You're going to be saying Foster.
We'll get you on CBS, and we'll have somebody else interview you.
Exactly.
I want to see that picture
There's
of
4 networks. Maybe we're good for 4 years, dude.
Next time, Chris, you're going to be sleeping in the paneling behind Foster in his house.
That's what he's
a metal
afraid of.
cot, man. And when you guys were here, when he's got the metal cot with the plywood on it.
I want to see that picture that him and I took together.
Oh, well, I have a video.
No, I don't care about the video. I want to see the
video. You don't want the video of me walking up to you?
No.
All right, then. I see.
I want to see myself internationally.
I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone.
All right. Eric B. and Rakim, huh?
So, let's get into the game. Enough about Chris Watts. He's had his fame.
11 days.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the game.
All right, let's get into the game. I think that what I saw from Foreman had a little bit of Walter Payton in him, guys. Not saying
you're going too far.
I'm just saying he was running the ball with some fierceness.
Do you have to say Walter Payton though?
Of course I do.
Can you say maybe
Neil Anderson?
How about Anthony Thomas?
Yeah, shiftier than Anthony Thomas.
Walter Payton's such a high praise, man. You just can't give him that high praise.
Yeah,
right?
Thomas Jones.
All right, let's go with Thomas Jones. All right. Okay.
Just say he ran like Deontay Foreman too.
That's what I was going to say. He ran just like
Deontay Foreman.
Hey, I know that guy. Yeah, I heard of him. Yeah.
It's like people in the fantasy leagues had him stashed on their bench because they were waiting for this moment, dude. Because we know what he's capable of. What do you do? 900 and something. He got 900 and something yards in 9 games last year, I think. Don't even play the last 9.
I actually like the game plan. The fact that they ran the ball. I mean, they do that with Justin Fields, man. Whoo, that guy might be MVP. You like that, Walt?
I don't know if might's the right word. I think would be is better.
There you go. See?
We got a Neil Anderson comparison from DVD and Jerome Bettis from Hair Bear. I mean, he ran the ball really well. He was fierce. He was running with authority. I mean, excellent job for a guy that has not been activated for most of the season, and he was running like it.
Yeah,
great job by him. The game plan, you got to give flowers to Getsy when they're deserved, right?
Yeah. I mean, the fact that I don't have the stats. I don't know how many times he ran it, but there was an emphasis on the run game, and I liked it. I really liked it. It's like, they had to react to that, and then you have so many open passing lanes because they on play action after you have established a good running game, and that's something we did. So I was impressed with that. I'm glad he done that.
Did you guys? Because this is the first time I heard Flus actually come out and say, "Yeah, we're a running team." Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard him say that.
I'm trying to go back when I heard him say that last. Does anybody remember last time he said that?
No,
not off the top of my head.
I don't either. That's why I was like, that's what we need to be as a running team. We were pretty good at it last year. Even if you take Fields out, we were still a decent running team.
Well, the problem is our offensive line has been so, just tossed around and there's players filling in left and right and guys getting injured.
Yeah. It's still easy to do run offense, even though you're swapping guys and pass pro, man. I mean,
and that's
logical.
That's what a perfect example of that.
You got the backs to do it. We were blessed with a good amount of running backs that are that decent. I mean, even Darrington Evans had some good, meaningful plays on that game, dude.
Right.
Last 2 weeks, particularly the Raiders game.
Right.
I don't remember the Vikings game as well because I didn't get to go. Damn it.
I think the fact that you have that running game when, like to your point, Foster, when you get the running game established, everything else is easier. I think part of the reason why we had troubles, especially in that Vikings game, first play, empty set. Why not start off running the ball?
Absolutely. Just don't do it from the shotgun.
Right.
Right.
Well, PJ, you wanted the rushing numbers. It was 38 attempts overall.
Is that the most for the season so far? Do you know?
One
Seems like
second.
off the top of my head, I would assume so because we were very dominant. I don't remember us running the ball that much at all this year.
Well, 16 for Deontay and 14 for Darrington.
See,
It's usually coming from behind, so we can't run.
It was close.
yeah, I'm telling you, I was so impressed with that part of it. I was like, man, you know, we looked like a running team, and they were trying to stop that, and by them trying to stop that, he was able to throw the quick pass because he never threw any long passes. He always threw the quick pass. So it was a good game plan. So hats off to Getsy, to your point that, you know, we talk about him when he does bad. So when he does well, hats off to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a little better. I mean,
Yeah.
probably couldn't throw the deep ball.
I'm wondering that myself, but we will say that for another time.
Yeah.
I'm with you, boy. I'm with you.
He's probably going to have a chance to throw the deep ball this week because they're going to take all that away from him. If they're
suck
smart.
versus the screen.
What?
The Chargers suck versus the screen pass. He's going to sit on that all day.
They do, but I would be betting that they're looking at taking away the running game and the short pass game because they've only got the little bit of footage they got on this guy, on Bagent. So they're going to have to work off of that, and they see these quick passes. They're going to have to try and take that away, or you're just going to do that all day if you could do it. And he's excelled at that. He's probably closer to his ceiling than any other rookie in the damn league.
Did you hear
the guy's done the same? He said he was running similar playbook since high school, man. It's 5 years of playing.
Did you hear the mic'd up from Lucas Patrick?
Yes. Yeah.
He was like, bro, like what this kid is like what kind of rookie pump fakes on a rollout like that? Like he was giving a major praise for just running the offense the way that he did. He was very quick. The tempo of it was noticeably different. The way that with the tempo of the offense, it was like he was running a 2-minute offense the whole game. His footwork was, I mean, for a rookie, wow. Good for him.
I don't know how many times I've wanted us to run a 2-minute offense for the whole game over the last 20 years.
I've been saying that.
That seemed to be the only time we were doing anything.
Exactly. But the way that he, even when he fakes, or even when he hands the ball off, he drops back and he does this like he's about to throw it. So he actually hands the ball off. The running back's got the ball. He plants his feet and he goes like he's about to throw it. Like that, they add up over the course of the game. Because then you don't know whether or not he's actually handing it off or he's going to pass it.
I've seen Fields do that too.
Yeah, it's nothing new. I mean, the whole game plan was pretty much basic, to say the least.
Not saying he doesn't. I was just saying for a rookie, it's very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is he really a rookie? I mean, he's a rookie in the sense of the term. It's his first year in the NFL, but he's gotten more experience than a lot of quarterbacks that are starting right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out of college.
Yep.
You know, the job doesn't change at the end of the day. The competition does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But a quarterback is a quarterback, whether it's college, XFL, NFL. That's not taking away from Badgett's game. He played a good game, but you know, when you're throwing, you know, these short passes, it's not a sustainable offense to win games continuously. Eventually, some team's going to come and blow you up, and that's the end of the story.
I will say, Cliff, first of all, I want to say pause to this comment here. You want to see some deep balls? We'll say pause first of all.
You want to see him balls deep?
Dan's got to go right into it.
It was PJ. PJ did it. It wasn't me.
Well, he didn't even get to finish.
Said to correct the narrative for him.
But yes, on a serious note, that is what I really want to see from Bagent moving forward. I want to see how well he throws a deep ball.
Well, if you watch him in college, he can throw the deep ball. It's just a matter of getting him the protection to set up the deep ball to throw it. And the ball comes out of his hand quick enough that I think that the protection is there. I think what to what you're saying, PJ, I think that they will do that because I think they're going to be looking to shut down the short game this week. They're expecting that, right? They're not going to expect them to
Yeah, but
unload.
do you really want to drop back on a 7-step drop against Mack and Boza?
It depends on what Mac you're talking about.
The one that got 6 sacks in one
last
game
couple
earlier
years.
this year.
Yeah. No, that will be a problem for him.
Yep.
For the offensive line, for sure.
Yeah. Especially if we got Borum still in there.
Hair Bear saying Cliff said deep balls. It's like turning into Beavis and Butthead over here. No, I mean, I think that if the offensive line, because Braxton is, what is the injury report? It's
Limited
I think it was
today.
limited to this week.
Yeah.
limited for Braxton, but KB was, he got tickets. KB from the Barfly Tailgate show on the Barroom Network. You know, he's cousins with Andrew Billings.
Right.
So he got the tickets to go to that game through Andrew. So he was actually hanging out with them, with the Bears players after the game, hanging out with his cousin. He took a bunch of pictures and posted them on the Twitter feed that we had for Aldo's party.
Oh, okay.
And he said that he asked him how he was doing. He said he's ready to go. So they're gonna slowly ramp Braxton Jones back up into the games. And it might not be this week, but I mean, I think Borum has been holding his own. And
At times.
I mean, yeah, he's had his moments, but he's holding his own for the most part. So with them still mixing the pieces around, having to move Tevin Jenkins back to the right side, putting Whitehair to the left guard, going back to Patrick at center. I mean, let's not even forget that the rookie right tackle was playing with like a bum arm.
What happened?
One arm.
Yeah, what happened?
Watch the all 22, dude. He's amazing.
His left arm looked like something was compromised, and he just wasn't using it. He was just like he's kind of.
How is he now? Is he still injured? I mean, I haven't heard.
I don't know.
It's his arm and his toe, shoulder and his toe right now. He was limited today, didn't practice on Wednesday.
Ooh.
So
It's actually on the PSF app. So
that's going to be tough.
let's see. Darnell Wright did not participate with a shoulder/toe. Shoulder/toe.
That's going to be tough going against Bosa and Mack.
He was just holding off Crosby with one arm.
Yeah.
Watch the replay, man. There's like 3 plays.
You remember how Mack hip tossed the guy from Tampa Bay, right?
Yep. Like a child.
Right. So
Like a rag doll. Not even
works. Yeah, Tristan works.
Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's going to be a good test.
Play left tackle.
Huh?
Who's going to play left tackle if he doesn't play? I mean, right tackle.
Devontae Collins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, about that.
How about Tevin Jenkins, PJ?
Huh?
How about Tevin Jenkins?
Right.
He could.
But I'm just saying. So
I mean, a pinch.
you got to factor in now. You said they're going to game plan against the short passes. So they can't throw the long passes if your protection is going to be suspect.
Right.
So it's going to be a tough game for him there, probably.
Eduardo Isaac Rodriguez M. Hi guys, great show. Thank you for joining us, Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Hang out with us for a little longer. We're having fun over here. Joe Treviso, what's up?
Joey.
I'll be at the game with my Fields jersey on, rooting for Bagent. You're going to the next game?
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Are you going to the Chargers game?
He just said it, man.
It said last week he was going too.
So he's traveling? Are you from Chicago?
Hey, he's internationally known to rock the microphone.
I love that song. You're gonna make me start to dance.
Uh-oh. I better stop then. He actually lives in California.
Yes. Awesome, Joe. Oh, man. So you're going to be wearing your Fields jersey, rooting for Bagent. Awesome, man. Bring some vibes there. Jeremy, what's up? Great to see you too. If TB17 keeps playing well, JF may not get the chance to step up in Chicago.
I don't agree with that. The coach already came out and said Justin Fields is the starter, Tyson Bagent is the backup. They know their roles. There's nothing wrong with Bagent. He's a fine player, but
Yeah.
he's not the starter on this team. No
Okay.
matter how much anybody wants him to be.
All right. Can I pontificate for a second?
Uh-oh.
Can I just pontificate for just one moment, please, guys?
You need KB as a pontificator too, man. At least it appeared that way in some of those photos.
Man.
So what happens if he throws 3 touchdowns this week? Justin can't play next week. He throws 5. We win both games. We go on a 3-game winning streak with Tyson Bagent throwing 5 or 8 touchdown passes in 2 games or in 3 games. A 3-game winning streak. We haven't seen even a 2-game winning streak in how long? That's where the pontification comes in.
Okay, so you want my answer?
I'm ready to pull you, but sure.
So,
just kidding.
so you're saying that he throws 8 touchdown passes in 3 games, and you want him to be the permanent starter.
If he wins all 3.
But winning is not a quarterback stat.
But winning is a win.
But it's not a quarterback stat. So if I'm a quarterback and I do my job and we still lose, you can't fault me for not doing my job. Now, if I don't do my job, you got a point. But winning and losing is a team stat. So in 3 games, he throws 8 touchdown passes, and you're overlooking Fields throwing 8 touchdown passes in 2 games?
But they were losses?
What does it matter?
Again, not a team stat. I mean, not a player stat.
Exactly.
Okay, but it does matter if Tyson Bagent comes out and throws 120 yards the next 2 games, no touchdowns, and the Bears win both games, and he's on a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah.
So that is if the stats are better for him, that's not more in his favor to. And I'm just asking the question, to start the next game if Fields is ready to come back?
I think you have to actually evaluate the play. I mean, because as excited as you are about Bagent winning this last game, and Bears look good enough, he threw for 162 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So if
162 yards.
So if he has the same game the next 2 games in a row and we win, then that goes to say that it's defense playing better and the offense around him playing better. So when Justin Fields comes back in, everything will be clicking, ready for him to just pick up where he left off, and he can go back to 300-yard games and 4 touchdown passes.
Well, you would think. I mean, but then too, you got to also look at the game plan, like I was saying earlier. I mean, the fact that we ran the ball 38 times, and that's not including the run. I mean, the quarterback. We're talking running backs running that ball that many times. When was the last time they done that for Justin Fields? So I'm looking at it from a point of I like the fact that he did get the ball out fast, but I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon yet, because one thing I haven't seen from him is the fact that he has that big play ability yet. Because in that what team was that we beat with Justin Fields at quarterback?
Commanders.
Commanders. The way Justin was passing that day, I have yet to see Bagent on that level. If I may, if you guys can follow me, John Elway, when he first started off, he wasn't very good. He was kind of like running quarterback all the time. Justin Fields kind of reminded me of that. But he became, John Elway, a Hall of Famer eventually. And I think that's where Justin can go, whereas Bagent, and I know you guys want to kill me for this, but I'm going to just tell you like it is, kind of like a Kyle Orton, kind of like who was another quarterback that throws short passes. Until he shows me that he can show that deeper pass, that's what he reminded me of, to where the team's going to start creeping up on him, and he's not going to have those windows like he did.
That's where the pontificator in me comes in and says, what if he throws for 4 touchdowns, they're all over 60 yards, and we dominate the game on offense, and he's moving the ball with efficiency.
The conversation changes.
It kind of comes into the there you go, Mr. Mayhem. Tyson Bagent is Josh McCown 2.0. It's kind of like that year under Mark Trestman when Cutler wasn't quite getting it done. McCown comes in, he leads the team, everyone rallies behind him. He becomes like the leader in that moment, and they hand the ball back to Cutler, and it just fizzles out. They kind of took away the momentum from the team by doing that. And that's the only question. That's the only reason why I asked the question. I mean, you guys know I love Bagent, but I also love Justin Fields. I started this channel because of Justin Fields. But what I'm seeing out of Bagent is just as exciting in a different way. And so it bears the pontification, really. Right? Am I wrong?
Dan, just to play devil's advocate here, I think at one point watching another show, you said that we need to move on from Justin Fields. So I don't get it. Are you
You're the
for?
producer. I want you to find it for me.
I have to go into Aldo's show from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did I say it in chat?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
I mean, it's just one thing. I mean, even if Bagent wins this coming weekend, great. And Justin Fields comes back versus the Saints and he's healthy, he's going to play.
Yeah.
Which he should.
Yeah, it's set in stone right now. I mean, we all talk about how Bagent has a quick release and all that. His release time was averaging about 2.75 seconds versus the Raiders last week. Justin Fields in Minnesota was 2.66. So if you take that same stat and transpose it into the Raiders game, you're probably going to run into the same factors that Justin Fields had. And every week we go through, Justin Fields holds the ball for 4 seconds, blah, blah, blah. The stats aren't out there. You don't have to believe me. You can go look it up. He's not even the top guy in terms of, your average time to throw. That belongs to guys like Jalen Hurts, who is leading the Eagles to 5-2 right now, 6-1, something like that.
Yeah.
So this whole narrative that he holds the ball, that's the whole reason why everything's going on. Plenty of quarterbacks do it. And I know PJ, you said earlier too, talking about Bagent passed for 162 yards. PJ Walker passed for 178 and beat the 49ers. I mean, I'm going to put an asterisk on the win against the Colts because the referees kind of stepped in and gave him a free pass there. But do you really want PJ Walker starting on your team?
Right.
No.
Exactly.
So I mean, the excitement for Bagent is warranted, but in the same token, we got to temper it because again, 162 yards. I mean, if Fields would have the times he's thrown for 162 yards, what was the narrative? So
right,
we got to look at the totality of it for me. I mean, again, I will say he looked crisp. Bagent did with these short passes, but let's see how he adjusts to what the Chargers do to him this week. Mm-hmm. I mean, and he didn't get blitzed. Since when do you not blitz a rookie quarterback?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, just 2 points quickly. Then I know Foster wants to say something. I think
that'll happen this week. The blitzes.
Where was I? I lost my train of thought.
2 points. Blitzes.
2 points. Blitzes. I'll come back to it.
Where are the blitzes?
I'm just happy that we have a capable backup.
That's where I'm at.
I mean, we haven't had one since McCown. Yeah, I always mix those two guys up. The guy we should have never traded for from Seattle because they laughed when we gave him a first-round pick.
Meyer?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm bringing him up. Wrong.
Foster, you were there. I think I posted it on one of the chats. I think Mr. Mayhem saw it because he said that he couldn't believe that George McCaskey said he'd trade Justin Fields. Remember when we were talking to George McCaskey at the tailgate? And I said, if Tyson Bagent throws 5 touchdown passes today, trade Justin Fields tomorrow. And he turns and he's walking away and he goes, I hope that happens. And we're all like, what the fuck did he just say? What does that mean?
No, wow. I'm like this too because I don't.
Did he
hear the trade? Did he hear the trade Fields part?
Right.
I'm just saying because I know I was standing right next to you when you said it.
Yeah.
So
He probably was thinking, I hope he throws 5 touchdown passes.
right, because he was walking away when you said trade Fields, and that's why I went.
We're all kind of just like,
everybody kind of stopped
did he really?
right there when they were talking.
Yeah.
It was McCaskey and Jordy.
Yeah.
I would say this though. I would say the best case scenario for me would be Fields come back, balls out. So now we know we got our franchise quarterback. We know we got a solid backup. Carolina bottoms out, get the first number all pick. We can trade down and get more picks. We can pick up Marvin Harrison Jr., pick up Verse from Florida State, and give me a.
Plus, you have picks in the second round and the third round, the same pick.
I'd like to see, along with that, the offensive line come together and the defense really start progressing and really start playing by the end of the season, so that we're set going into next year and maybe pull 7 or 8 wins on the season.
Well, I think if things fall in place like that, we can actually become a playoff team next year. I mean, honestly, if we found out Fields the guy, and now we got these picks with Marvin Harrison, and then we got a pass rusher, then we can try and sign Chase Young in free agency.
I was just going to say that.
Fine, we can trade from this Monday if we.
You got a couple of days left, PJ.
Yeah, you could. They're both available, Young and Sweat.
I'm hoping nobody trades for him.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If somebody trades for Sweat or Young, the other is off the market in terms of free agency.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying when we were talking about the trade deadlines before, and everyone thought I was nuts for trading for one of those characters. Why not? We're going to lose them either way. Let's not play that game and get the guy we want.
No, I think we agreed. Well, I know I agreed with you. I just didn't want to pay way too much in draft capital because I just don't see Poles doing that. He values it so high because look what he does with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Chase Young's 24 years old. If you trade a second or third round pick for him and he continues to trend the way he is now, you're going to get better production than if you rolled the dice on a second or a third round pick.
I agree. I'll agree with that.
Let's get to what the chat
What does Washington want?
Right.
They ain't getting first. That's just pure fantasy right there. But they'll get over themselves.
Now, for a guy who's only going to play guaranteed 10 games with you.
I've seen insane things. It's been a while, but
he's only going to play 9 games guaranteed.
Yeah, unless
whichever one you trade for, because you only going to have him available for 9 games, and he hits free agency unless you re-sign him. But you only guaranteed the 9
that's
games.
All part of the deal. You make an extension conditional.
Yeah, that's part of the trade.
The deal right there. They did that with Devontae Adams when he got franchise tagged.
Yeah.
Poles holds on to money like Flus holds on to timeouts.
That's kind of
Good one, Joe. I like that.
So far, it's true.
That was good.
That was good.
Because I showed up was scratching my head at the second quarter there. I'm like, what are we doing here?
He also says he'd love to see Poles extend Jalen Johnson and trade for Chase Young or Burns. That's a good let's talk about that for a second. Jalen Johnson, re-sign him? I say yes.
I'm in, man.
I need to see a couple more games, or at least one more game of that same kind of production. He's hot and cold from me.
Yeah.
How much money?
I get that. I just look at him as an overall. The guy he covered Adams that whole game, I think, didn't he?
No,
Tyreek Stevens
on him a lot too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So how much money are you signing him for, though?
I'll bring him back.
I mean, top 10, top 12, 15 cornerback pay. He said himself.
Let me see where he lies near the end of the season.
You can't just start to prove
yourself. Paid accordingly. That's the way I'd look at it.
Right. You can't just say that you haven't done enough and then come out and, have
get two picks and say I want money.
Exactly. So
spit it out, man.
The season has to be played out. To what you're saying, Foster.
Well,
at least more of it. Like Walt said, he wants to see more. So do I. But I mean, as of today, right now, if it had to be done, I'd try and find a way to sign him wherever he's at in the rank. Pay accordingly.
No, and I get that, but you got to think about this too. As a GM, time is on Poles' side at this point.
Yeah.
He can hold out. He can let you walk away.
No. He even said it on his own that he's on a show on the Score or something. I don't remember. But I happened to be driving and I was listening to it. And he goes, "Hey man, it's a business. I know I could be traded. I know I could be tagged." And he slipped. And he goes, "Yeah, there's many opportunities. I mean, there's many things that can happen. Because even if he gets tagged, that's a great opportunity because what is it? However many millions of dollars that tag is.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to get his money either way, most likely for next year."
I mean, another option too is let's say I know who mentioned this here.
Ho.
I think.
What's up, Bearski?
Hey, Bearski, what's going on?
Doug Van Dorn. Yeah, so Doug Van Dorn's talking possibly trading, Jalen Johnson for Chase Young. Interesting trade. I don't think it will happen, but let's say you want to move on from not Chase Young, Jalen Johnson. You bring in Chase Young. That opens up another one of your first-round draft picks. So if you want to go out and grab, Kool-Aid out of he's in Alabama, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah, the cornerback.
Sounds like he'd be there to me. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't watch college football.
Okay. So if you want to trade that first-round pick back and then use it on somebody like him to fill in, you can. I mean, I saw a good amount from Terrell Smith there. He can slide right in too. So the pieces are there to go either way.
I like what Tony Dungy said on the, I think Chicago Sports interviewed him with Ken Davis. He said, you don't let talent just walk away, and you don't get rid of talent. So you have him in the building already. Make it happen. As long as Jalen's not asking for top 5 cornerback play. I mean, I think that's what was a hang up with Roquan. We wanted to keep Roquan, but Roquan. We wanted to keep him, but he just wanted too much money. Hopefully, Jalen's not like that, and we can get him for like the 10th highest paid, which is around $14 million, I think. We can get him for like that. I'm in. But if you're trying to get, I want to be $20 million a year guy, that's when the problem comes in at.
Yeah. No, I think if he hangs around past the trade deadline, there's a good chance he's going to get re-signed.
Cliff's saying $15 million for 4 years would be a good contract for Jalen. less than $4 million a year, dude.
No, $15 million a year.
Oh, $15 million a year. Sorry, I thought he said $15 million for 4 years. Okay, yeah, that'd be worth it. Like, damn,
he's still hungover from Sunday.
Like punter money. I am still hungover from this weekend. Damn. That past week. Damn.
Well, yeah. I mean, because I don't want to have to go into next year's draft just trying to replace players and we just walk out the door. Let them walk out the door. I don't want to do that. So I would rather get Jalen signed, concentrate on the other areas. Because like I told you guys 2 weeks ago, Ndakwe, he's kind of been a disappointment in my eyes because, he may have 3 sacks, I think, something like that, but he has not looked impressive. So I don't foresee him being here next year at the rate he's going.
No. That's why I said, let's go out. We got the trade deadline coming up. Let's use a pick. It doesn't have to be a super high pick. Let's get our dog on the edge. We need that, somebody, some sort of alpha male to come in and just be that guy who's just going to be like Max Crosby is.
Yeah.
I mean, DeMarcus Walker is fine. Now, I got no qualms with him, but you still need that one, that guy.
So based on how Chase Young is playing this year, PJ, and really quick to just kind of accentuate your point to Jalen Johnson being re-signed.
Mm-hmm.
Like you preach this from day one. You love your homegrown players, so I agree with you. I feel the same way. It'd be nice to be able to keep him instead of letting him go. If we can get him for a nice, I like what Bearski's saying, like $9 million a year, 9, 10, even $12 million a year would be okay with me. But to the trade for if we did trade for Chase Young, what would you want to give up for him at this point?
See, this is the part where me and Walt differ. Me and Walt is both on the same page with wanting Chase Young. We're just different on how we want to get him. I'm hoping, but my hope is no one trades for Chase Young or Sweat and then try to get him in a free agency, because I think he's going to leave Washington. Whereas Walt, well, I'll let Walt explain it for himself. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, no, there's nothing wrong with your opinion there. You could definitely go ahead and get a guy like Chase Young or Sweat in free agency, but it's a big if he's going to get there to begin with. You know, both these guys are highly coveted pass rushers. The edge rusher is a huge position in the NFL now, and the draft, outside of a few players, isn't as stacked as it has been previously. You know, you have guys like Verse, Dallas Turner, Johan Ellis out of Utah, who is leading the nation in sacks, by the way, and getting no credit whatsoever.
That's your guy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased there, but you know,
All right.
when you come in and destroy people like that, you catch my eye. You know, so and if my plan is, you know, I'm gonna have this plan set up ahead of time. My plan is to bring in Chase Young. You know, that's the dream. You want to bring in Chase Young or Sweat, you can just insert anybody you want there. It doesn't matter. I have draft capital. I know I'm going to have cap space to sign a deal. Either way, I do it. So that's irrelevant. I'm going to go ahead and make that pick and make that trade. I'm not going to go any higher than a second. You know, the first, like I said, is asinine, and you're just insulting the intelligence of every other GM in the NFL. I'm going to go out. I'm going to say, let's talk business. We'll start the table with, you know, conditional third round to second round if he plays X amount of snaps and gets X amount of sacks, however you want to work it. Extension, conditional to the deal being done in the first place, so you cover your ass, he doesn't walk away at the end of the year. And there you go. You have your guy. You don't need to now. What you can do is with your remaining picks, if you have a really high first round pick from Carolina, let's say we get number 1, we don't want to take Caleb Williams, we don't need a quarterback. Quickly, Joe Chorizo, that was brought up by a few people today, a second round or a third round, and Dominic Robinson. I would entertain that. Definitely. Where was I? So you now have two first round picks, one high, probably one somewhere in the middle. You can move those picks if you want to. You have the option now to go into a luxury position like Marvin Harrison Jr. You don't need to spend those picks on an quote unquote unproven edge rusher. No, you have that. So that's now off the table. You can now move those and get other things that you might not normally get and build the team you know, better overall. Because even if you went and drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. and Jared Verse, I'd say that's a win on the draft. But if I can go ahead and draft Marvin Harrison Jr., if I'm lucky enough to get the left tackle out of Penn State in the first round and have Chase Young, that's even better. And maybe I could possibly look into Chop Robinson somewhere in day 2.
My rebuttal to that would be, because I want Chase Young as well as Verse. I'm trying to get 2 pass rushers because we need 2. I think that, and just, y'all know how I feel about Justin Fields. First of all, let me be clear. Y'all know how I feel about it. But let's say polls don't feel the same way. So he's going to take that first round draft pick that he got from Carolina and go get his quarterback. Now we're not going to have the ability to get these other things. And then if we trade it for Chase Young by giving up our second, we only going to have 1 draft choice to get a player of need, be it Marvin Harrison or I seriously doubt if he would go after a defensive end if he traded for Chase Young already by in that scenario. In that scenario right there, if he uses his first to get the quarterback, then that other first round draft pick, he's not going to get another defensive end. He won't be able to get one in the second because he used that second to get Chase. So that's why I'm not I'm with Foster. I'm not trying to give up assets to get after him. And I know it's a gamble, but I would rather gamble and try to get him in free agency.
Yeah, but you could recoup those draft picks easily. Even if you pick the, take the first pick, take Caleb Williams. You now have Caleb Williams and Chase Young. You say you trade the second round pick, right? You have your second first round pick.
Yeah.
You can now move for a later first round pick and possibly pick up a second to replace that, or pick up an extra third. No, you forgo the second round. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
You're getting a better player than more than likely what you're going to get in the second round, anyways.
Yeah.
Chase Young is a building block player. That's why I'm saying him over, Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat's 27 years old right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with that part. I just I'm like Poles. I'm stingy with giving up draft capital like that, especially because he has had a serious injury. Now, had he never had a serious injury and he was just balling out, I'm all on board. But because of that injury,
we wouldn't be having this conversation if we had that injury, or didn't have that injury though.
I think we're past that point now. He's fifth in total pressures in the league.
he's a stud. I give
he
you
got two sacks last week. And
he's
got 5 on the year. I mean, what more do you need to see? The knee seems to be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say either way if it's going to blow up again. Nobody can.
Right.
You can't predict injuries, but the risk is worth the reward at the end of the day. And I know Doug Van Dorn, you asked about a center. I agree. We do need a center too. You can get the guy out of Georgia probably around pick 38, somewhere around there, maybe even in the 3rd or 4th round, depending on what mock you're looking at.
But does he fit our system?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brandon can sign anywhere he wanted, honestly.
Because I hear people talking about that tackle out of Penn State, but I'm really believe Poles loves Braxton Jones. So if he loves Braxton Jones, he's not going to go draft that first round out of Penn State. I don't believe he'd do that.
Yeah, no, I was just throwing a name out there to be like,
Right.
If you wanted to go get him, you could.
I mean, I think we need a tackle as a backup, but you probably can get him in the 2nd or 3rd in the right scenario. If you, like I say, if Fields work out, he's our guy. We can trade down that Carolina pick, get multiple picks, and get multiple picks. I'll be aiming for a center and a tackle in the 2nd round. In the 1st round, I'm getting a wide receiver, a defensive end, and maybe a 3 technique. I don't know yet. I mean, I'm just saying I would be trying to do something like that, though.
Yeah, I mean, you could also pull like what the Texans did last year, too. I mean, that was a masterpiece. I know they gave a little too much to get Will Anderson, but that has some balls right there.
Oh yeah,
so He's not the Texans GM is not afraid to go out and get his guy, so to speak. Like I said,
yeah,
and I don't doubt Poles' strategy. I don't.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Very interesting.
You can't let the Chase Young deal tarnish your mind in a sense. Like, yeah, these things are going to happen. You have to get over it. Pull your pants
Nor
up.
the Chase Claypool deal either. Don't let that mess you up too.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The Chase Claypool deal.
Yeah.
He traded a second, which was market value at the time.
BearsCountry brought it up too.
Yeah, it
didn't
work. Oh well, it happens.
Right. Move on.
Yeah.
Move on quickly. Nobody's even talking about it anymore.
Well, that's not true. People still talking about it.
But not like 3-4 weeks ago when he was on the team.
Yeah.
Everybody's actually since preseason, people have been saying shit about him, man. Oh wait, he looked good for a little bit there.
I mean, the possibilities was there, but
absolutely,
I think
Poles had the right idea.
Yeah, I agree.
He had the right idea, man.
I agree. I just think
get a tall-bodied, fast wide receiver in here because we still don't,
Well, I think Marvin Harrison is a must-have.
A must-have.
A must-have because you got more, and you need a taller because he's 6'4", I believe. Marvin Harrison is.
We're talking about another Randy Moss here, guys.
I'm telling you, he's a must-have, man. He's a must-have.
Yeah, that's where I was listening to Greg Gabriel talk. What was it, Monday, Dan? Whatever day you were heading home, it was Monday. That show. And he made the comment like, "Oh, I'll pass over on Marvin Harrison Jr." It's like, bro, no, go away.
Man,
No, that's not somebody you pass off.
you
Yeah,
get it on.
everything you set up to this point is now null and void, and just go.
You move forward with him as your wide receiver, and Justin Fields just chucking bombs to him all damn day long.
I'm
Or Tyson Bagent, which one,
Bagent.
Dan?
telling you, man. You looking at Marvin Harrison, you're looking at DJ Moore, Mooney, Komet. Oh my goodness. There was a scenario at one time I seen somewhere where they was talking about Atlanta wanting with a possible trade scenario, Atlanta give up Pitts and 2 first rounders to get our first. I'm like, can you imagine Pitts, Komet, Marvin Harrison, DJ Moore, and Mooney? Oh my gosh.
No. No, I'll take Atlanta's first two next 2 first round picks for sure. Are they the worst? Wait, what is Carolina?
Carolina.
Oh shit!
Carolina hasn't won a game all year.
We have the first pick in the draft as it stands.
Yeah, I think we're number 1 and number 3 right now.
Carolina is 0-6.
Are we still 3 because of that win?
Yeah, we're still 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
What's his face?
There's a side of me that still want us to kind of like not win that many games this year because I want maybe some high draft choices I can trade down for.
Bad for the team, man. Got to start.
I agree. Yeah,
these guys got to start learning to win on a weekly basis.
I agree. I agree with that part, and that's what I said. A part of it.
We've got the Carolina pick, so say we do decent and we get picked 16, 18, 20. I'm just throwing numbers out there.
Right.
It's still a valuable pick, man. Like Walt was saying, you could do some things with that pick.
Yeah.
You might be able to do something with that first pick and stay close, because who's going to be the probably going to throw a quarterback in there for the picks, man. I don't know. I got to look at it. I haven't been looking at the college or draft for 2 weeks, and I'm aggravated, but that's just what it is. It's early.
So it's Carolina, Arizona. So we have the first and the third pick right now as it stands. It's a season today.
Ball's right.
Ooh.
Look at this. Just if we would have beat Denver, we would have been at like 10 or 9 already.
What is that? BearsCountry saying you got to win. Yeah, but you got to win games this year. Yeah, we do. But Carolina just has to keep losing. That's all that matters. If we win 8 more games and have the 15th pick, as long as we have the first and the 15th, it's all that matters.
Right. That's
perfect because you have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
There's wiggle room. You can squeeze more picks out of there, and I you mentioned, I just trust Poles with what his process. He is going to make the mistakes, man. But look at the guys he's drafted. Look at how they're starting to play. Go right down the draft and look at each guy. I did this, was it last week or 2 weeks ago I did this? I went right down the draft, and I'm going keeper, right down. I think the only guy I've had there was something quiet on was Pickens.
Here's the other thing. Like, look at if the draft ended today, or if the season ended today, look who's sitting there like 5. The Giants, they just signed a big contract to Daniel Jones, so they're probably not going to do that trade. Denver won't. New England, they may. Fuck Green Bay. The Chargers won't. Tennessee might. New Orleans. You're getting into New Orleans, Tennessee, New Orleans, Vegas territory where that's that sweet spot for a trade up that could warrant a lot of picks.
Or Arizona themselves.
Well, that'll be less picks though to move up one spot.
But then we can trade again.
Yeah. Right.
True.
I get what BearsCountry's saying here too. You want to get more picks if you have to spend a second. But even if we spent a second and didn't do anything with those other 2 picks, we used them on players, I'd be fine with that at this point. How many draft picks do you need at the end of the day? You've had 21, 22 so far coming into this draft?
Yeah,
Last people that did that was
You need as many as
Browns?
possible.
I mean, for me, I'm looking at that 3 technique that they said they need to make this defense really work. And I'm looking at it in the sense of we got Javon Dexter, who they really high on, who's slowly making progress. So
Yes,
are
he
we
is.
going to then draft another 3 technique, or are we going to keep on letting him develop? Because that's the tricky spot for me, because that's the engine that makes this defense run. But you got to have those edge rushers. Because again, talking to Tony Dungy, not me, but Ken Davis, and he was like, you need those edge rushers as well. So you get my guy Chase Young, draft Jared Verse. I'm telling that defense will be, man. I'm telling y'all. You think was excited this year? I'd really be excited next year.
Well, I mean, to ease your concerns a little bit, PJ, you're talking about, Gravon Dexter here. Let's talk about after week 5. His overall grade is 77.3. Among rookies, that's number 1. His pass rush grade, 76.5. That's 2. He's tied for first with 7 pressures. He's got a true pass rush grading of 78.6. That's second overall. And he's tied for first with 5 hurries. You have your 3 tech right there. It's staring you in the face. You have to use it now.
Yeah, it's just that, he's, in fairness, when you look at Jalen Carter and you're looking at him, now, it's not right of me to compare that, but because that's the elephant in the room that we could have got him, it's like he's not making that big of an impact as of yet in my eyes. Granted, I think he's on the right path. I think he's going to be good, but because he's not there yet like Jalen Carter is, that's the argument I'm making. I'm not saying, because I'm a fan of Javon Dexter. I like where he's going. I like what he's doing, but he's just not making that impact right now. I think he's on his way.
He's not your Tommy Harris yet.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you got to remember too. All those numbers I read off to you are versus Jalen Carter.
I thought those was numbers on the Bears team. That's overall.
No, that's of all rookies. So Jalen Carter is
okay.
in that case.
Oh, my fault. I misunderstood you. But that's impressive. But he still hasn't gotten a sack though.
It is what it is.
How many sacks did 3 techs get?
A good
On average.
Well, if you remember, your boy Mongo got 13 one year, and with the current state of affairs, you're looking at maybe between 8 and maybe 14 on the high side. Those are the good ones.
These guys they're not playing next to Richard Dan Hampton and Mike Hartenstein or Bill Perry. They're not playing next to him. Yeah.
Right.
Mongo wasn't really a 3 tech though per se.
He's not
in that style of defense.
More of a 1. That I don't even. It's just a different era, man. It's not quite the same.
Yeah, I mean, there was so much going on the outside on both ends. Plus,
look at
Perry
Aaron.
Was probably more of the 3 tech in that defense.
Excuse me, Aaron Donald was getting 20 as a
prior. Because Hampton was playing next to him too, until they moved Hampton back outside.
We were wondering if you were okay, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Mark.
Quickly, where's Retro, man? I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks.
Who's that?
Retro.
Yeah, I seen him on the other one. Aldo show the other day.
He was on the Bare Their Souls.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes us anymore.
But yeah, I just think, the standard for a 3 technique is Aaron Donald. What, 20 sacks a year?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but that's one guy. Take him out of the league.
Okay, take him out. Then you're looking at
Tommy Harris.
No, I'm trying to think of the Fletcher. Chris Jones.
He was so close a couple times Sunday, man. I was watching it. He was so close.
I understand. He's getting there.
Hoyer got rid of the ball, and he is the guy. But so what? You draft another one because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
I mean, honestly, Hoyer got the ball faster than Tyson Bagent did, but that's a whole nother story. We're not going to get into that right now.
Right. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
That's right, Walt. We're not.
I think the ideal thing
is silenced.
I think the ideal thing is to have a 3 technique that's getting you around 8 to 10 sacks, getting that pressure up the middle for your guys on the outside can then close in on him. But I mean, you get when I think of sweep techniques, I'm thinking Aaron Donald. I'm thinking Chris Jones. I'm thinking even the guy from Philadelphia.
You're taking cream of the crop. I just asked what it was league wide. It's probably about 4.
Well, I mean, too, you got to remember
Maybe
Chris
5.
Jones is. Sorry, Foster. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Chris
Chris
Jones
Jones.
started off as a defensive end. In 2016 up to 2018, they lined him up on the right and left side. He only had 2 sacks his rookie year. No, he didn't start picking up until 2018, his last year at end, and then they moved him over in 19 to left and right defensive tackle, and he stayed there ever since. So,
we got a newbie in chat here. We've got Cool Whip saying, "Guys, what's up, Cool Whip?"
Cool Whip.
What's up, Cool Whip?
First time chatter. Thanks for joining us. At least that we've seen. Undefeated jumping in saying, "Yo, question for Foster." Undefeated. I think that's have we seen him before?
Yeah.
No, I think he's new.
Yo, question for Foster: do you shave your gooch or just let it grow? Real shit. No, Undefeated. We had a.
I have somebody shave it for me, man.
We were going to do a playoff beard to start the year this season, and I forgot to grow my beard out. And I'm like, I saw him last week in person. I was like, what's the fucking beard, dude? You're like, the playoff beard? I was like, damn it. God.
Man.
So kudos to you for keeping it going, man. It's looking good.
I gotta get some of it. I gotta clean it up a little bit, man, because it's just getting too.
Just that, hey, you're allowed to trim it. Just give it a little nice trim and just let it.
I'm allowed to trim it.
Just let it grow, man. Just let it grow.
When you start growing one.
I would say that I'd be allowed to trim it too, because it would look worse than yours.
Hey, mine looks pretty good. I have a few people liking it actually. So
it does look good, except for I love how the mustache of your beard is stained from cigarette nicotine.
Those are my racing stripes, man. Right here.
Yeah, that's not the color from his beard still in there from his blonde hair back in the day. That's nicotine.
Actually, it's funny because when it was blonde, because I was blonde, you never noticed it because that's about the color it really was.
You were blonde, Foster? What, like 250 AD or BC?
Cool. It thinks it looks nice, Foster. Mark just hopping in and saying, "I'm totally okay with Flu staying as defensive coordinator, but I still want Harbaugh for head coach."
No, nobody's touching Harbaugh with a 10-foot pole after what's going on.
No shit.
I think that's going to take a couple of years to cool down there. Who knows?
That ship is sailed.
You wait till it comes out. You don't even know what the hell's going on. We don't even know what's going on for sure.
Yeah, the Harbaugh ship is sailed and they sunk it.
Yeah. The best thing that we can hope for now, Mark, is that Flus does start to do better as defensive coordinator, as he's doing, and continues to ascend. And then maybe they don't need to go get a defensive coordinator for next year. Maybe he's good enough to call the plays. I mean,
I'm still not sold on Getty though.
I guess he needs to go back in the trash can where he belongs, honestly.
As Lynn Hayden says, Gutsy doesn't get it.
Yeah.
No Gutsy.
No.
I get see. No Gutsy. I got no Gutsy.
No Gutsy.
I Gutsy? No, I no Gutsy.
Yeah. Yeah. He has disappointed me. He really has. I had high hopes for him.
Me too. I don't know what's going on with that, but he did call it flowers to him. He did call a good game plan last week for a rookie quarterback. So
yes, he did. I still hated those screen passes though. Those from one side to the other side. I think he did it 3 times in a row. I'm like, come on, man. Come on.
He's very screen happy, isn't he?
Oh my goodness, man.
I thought it was better, but there were still some issues. I think with the spacing, and then I think a couple of the routes might have been run wrong. So it's just an observation. I don't even know if I'm correct. Just looking at some of the all 22, I'm going, man, why is this guy sitting down here and the other guy's right next to him? But I don't know. I don't know if that's designed that way or what.
I mean, the whole offense was built around first read throws for Tyson Bagent this week.
Yeah.
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 Foster, Eduardo, I'm going to try to say it correctly. Eduardo Isaac Rodriguez, damn it, Rodriguez M says, Foster, rosemary oil mixed with baking soda is great to get the beard stash cleaned up.
I will have to check into that, man. I got the baking soda. I'll go grab me some rosemary oil. Find out.
You know, I do want to hear your opinion, guys, on pulling Tyson Bagent for Nathan Peterman for that Hail Mary play.
I wanted to know yours too.
Yeah, no. I want to hear it from the Bagent fans there. Give it to me there, Shorty.
He didn't want him to get injured on the last play of the first half.
Oh, Gordon, man, come on, man.
I'm gonna pull myself.
Well, just left. Fuck you, Dan. That's funny.
I mean, is his arm really not strong enough, guys, to get it to throw 60 yards in the air?
I'm telling you, man, I'm wondering because I'm going back because I was at the Vikings game. And when I seen him throw that ball, trying to throw the ball to Moore, that thing got hung up in the air and it was like not even close. I'm like,
he got hit, dude. He got hit. I proved it to you on the air.
That was after he released the ball, he got hit.
No. He was throwing it as he was about to throw it. The guy was coming in. It caused him to change his arm angle, so he tried to flick it up a little bit higher. As his arm got hit, the ball came up high, fluttered down, got intercepted. If he was standing in a clean pocket and did that, I would be like, okay, his arm sucks. But come on, dude, give me a little bit of leeway on this.
I was at the 50-yard line. I saw it, bro. He was in the end zone. That's all I got to say. I was at the 50. You was in the end zone.
I watched L22. I paused it and showed you a video last week. Oh, you weren't here. That's right. You were in chat. You still saw it though.
Yeah, so him after he released it, the guy hit his arm.
Yeah, the screenshot that you showed us has the ball 6 feet in the air.
Exactly.
Unless he could defy physics and magically hit the ball.
Because it got hit.
Okay,
I can prove it again.
Here's my opinion on it. Because I saw him throwing some deep balls in Indy, right? But I'm trying to remember about how far those balls were, and I can't. And I'm just going, I believe, honestly, Peterman has a stronger arm, and that's why he was in for that play.
Okay. No,
he can throw a deeper ball than
logical.
Look, he was getting hit right there.
Where's the ball at, bro?
Let's just change.
Because he had to change his arm angle to throw it higher off of his wrist. That's why his helmet, his wrist hit his own blocker's helmet because he pushed
the ball.
Yeah, but the ball's up here.
Because
right.
he tried
the second line.
His wrist higher to get it up to throw more to get it because he was wide open. So he tried to loft it into the bread box and he got hit as he was doing it.
Hey,
so did you guys see where Bagent himself said that he has a cannon?
That he has a cannon? Is that what you're talking
about? Well, yeah,
himself. No?
Why wouldn't he say that?
I have a cannon too. I can say whatever I want. Doesn't make it true.
Only thing I'm saying is when Fields threw that strike to Moore in the end zone, he got hit too.
Yes, and he broke it. That's where he. Well, that's exactly the same play that caused the interception for Fields.
No, I'm talking about the touchdown to DJ Moore against Commanders.
Oh yeah. So they thought
he got hit there too, but he still threw a strike. He threw another strike to Claypool, and he got hit on a touchdown pass too. So my point is, he's getting hit. The ball is up in the air, bro.
Yeah, but even look at the defender. Look how far his arm is away from Tyson Bagent at that point. He hasn't touched him yet.
Right, because he as he was getting hit or as he was getting rushed into, he tried to change his arm angle. He tried to flick it off his wrist. You could see his wrist like flicking right.
I believe that because the guy coming forward, if you're coming forward at full force in the season coming, I don't want to break my freaking hand on your helmet or your shoulder.
Exactly.
So that's old shit. We'll deal with that later. I want to get back to that play we just asked the question about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
The Peterman throw, and I agree with Bearsky. Paul said he goes, man, with what Peterman wound up doing anyways, I would have much rather seen Bagent try to rather seen the Bagent try based off the result at the end of the day, to be honest. And I agree. I would have liked to see just Bagent run it himself too.
At that point, it was irrelevant what happened to that ball. If it got intercepted, if it was a touchdown, great. If it got intercepted or it fell flat or it didn't go anywhere, it doesn't matter. There was 5 seconds left on the clock. You're going into the half. Who cares?
Right.
If anything, that shows me the coaches don't have confidence in him to do that. If you're a rookie quarterback, you want to see that out of your guy.
They were trying to preserve his stats. They didn't want him to get intercepted.
Bullshit.
Look what happened to Justin. Justin had a perfect game going into the half, but if it wasn't for that fucking
he took a chance. He threw the Hail Mary. It got knocked down. He's probably looking at that going, I don't want to make this kid look bad. We're going to put in Peterman and throw an interception, because if I would have just done that with Peterman on that last game, Justin Fields would have had like 25 straight passes and he would have like smashed the record, right? I think you made him look worse pulling him out. You made him look like a chump.
I agree.
Yeah, that's true. What I don't like it either. I didn't like it either, him pulling him out for one play.
And that only feeds into the narrative about his arm strength.
Exactly. I watched a lot of football in my day. I've never seen anyone take a quarterback out unless he's hurt, or if he's going to run some stupid Tyson Hill run play up the middle that nobody sees coming for some odd reason.
He also put him in to kneel the ball at the end of the game too, didn't he?
He took that. See, now that's where I had a problem with, because.
So what? Can he not kneel the fucking ball?
No, what I'm saying is he should have gave that job to Bagent, because that's his first win. He should have let him take that victory lap.
I agree too.
It's a victory lap
too, man.
He should have let him do that. Now, yeah, I'm not, well, Bagent's okay, but they should have gave that to him.
Yeah, and we're not debating that.
First start, first win. He should have got it.
I agree.
Yeah, we're not debating that. He didn't play well. He did.
Right.
No one's taking that away from Tyson Bagent at all. Drink it up, man. You're never going to get an NFL start ever again. Your first start, that is. You had all your family.
Right.
There. So you went out and did the deed.
Yeah, you
but
did.
What we're talking about here is possibly a lack of confidence in the coaching staff. And can he do this? Because, like I was saying earlier, the game plan was great. It worked to his strengths, but you can't do this game in and game out. You just can't win games like that consistently. Sometimes you need to take the top off the defense. And if my quarterback can't do it, why am I going to have him out there?
So why did he have him come out and kneel the ball then? That was the weird part.
Well, who knows?
It's like, we're gonna have.
If anything,
the first half, and he's gonna end the game. That's it.
If anything, it just showed how clueless Luke Getsy is.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid, man.
Yeah. Hopefully, somebody talked to him about that afterwards.
Mo Beerman, can you elaborate on this? What was done to protect Fields? The pulling Bagent out for the throw, or? I'm curious.
Elaborate on that.
It would have to be for the throw. The kneel, I just don't understand.
By the way, Zach Sullivan is here. Zach.
Hey, Zach.
You've reminded me that I wanted to show everyone what Zach Sullivan made for us.
Zach is the man.
BCP
nice.
clock.
Zach is the man.
Look at this. Look at this piece of beautiful work that Zach Sullivan did for us, man. Look at this.
For a 1,000th subscriber, you get a copy of that clock.
I'm trying to figure out where to hang this. It'll be up here soon, Zach. Seriously, thank you so much. This is
that like on paper, Peach?
Did you see how I just volunteered Zach? Volunteered him without his knowledge.
Nope.
Our 1,000th subscriber get a clock from Zach.
Oh, he'd love to do it.
See, I didn't know if you were just going to photocopy it and send him a copy of that. because that's what it sounded like. And you get a copy of this.
Let's just announce it right now.
Man.
The 1,000th subscriber to BCP gets a clock, a handmade clock by Zach Sullivan.
And that's a handmade clock.
I've been here the whole time. Where's my fucking clock?
I'm just saying that's a handmade clock, not a hand job. We will make it clear here.
Oh man. We got here in chat here. Didn't Getsy tell us today?
Wait. Mark Kazak says, "Nice job, Zach." And then Zach goes,
"What did I do, Mark?"
Zach answers him, "What did I do, Mark?" Talking about your clock, Zach.
You made an amazing clock.
That's what you did, man.
Zach,
where's the hands at, though?
They're on the back. I just got home. I have to tape them. He put them on the back very nicely. I have to figure out where I'm going to put this so it's visible.
Gotcha.
About my house.
It's awesome, Zach. Thank you.
Yeah, basically, I don't know what they'd be protecting Fields with by doing that. It's just, stupid.
Well, maybe he meant they was protecting Bagent. Maybe that's what he meant.
Mo says the kneel down might have received an ovation chant that could cause a problem if they kept Bagent in for the kneel down at the end of the game.
Problem.
Don't know about that.
I don't know that we can speculate all we want about the Hail Mary at the end of the first half, but to kneel the fucking ball when he that was his win.
Yeah, it should let him have that.
That, like you said, that was stripping him of his right. Yeah. Mo Beerman, well, it is Chicago. You listen to sports talk radio, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't know. All right, enough of the last game now. Let's move on to the next game. What are you guys' thoughts?
First ranked defense, we should beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what Joey Bosa is going to do. I mean, is he going to be in a wheelchair or is he going to play?
Kind of feel the same way about Khalil Mack, but he's been playing well this season, right?
Yeah, Khalil Mack's turned it back on. But, I mean, even if Bosa doesn't play, you got Thule still that can come around. He's been lights out for that team. So you're not just going to be able to protect, just a Max Crosby type character with Khalil Mack. You have that. Even if you take him out of the equation, you got a second guy coming up now.
Mm-hmm.
Can Larry Borum block him too? Maybe once or twice. But
And the
Dam's
status
going to break.
And the status of Wright's health too.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, shoulders are funny. I mean, he came in and he played well with one arm, but now his toe is bothering him too, so that's going to affect his balance.
Yeah.
And you're only going to be using one arm at the same time. I mean, something's got to give there.
Yeah.
Well, this game, I think we've got some decent advantage here. Our defense and their defense are our advantages because they're having a problem in the passing game. If I remember correctly, I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They're giving up some passing yardage. It's what did Kansas City smoke them, lit them up for some yards last week. I don't know exact numbers, but everybody had some yards, man. And just going on my fantasy guys that I got rid of on Kansas City, of course, they both lit it up last week. Scantling, Marcus Valdez-Scantling, he got some big yards.
What about that running back Kelly on the Chargers? 75 yards on 7 attempts against Kansas City?
Yeah.
No, no slouch.
So here's the injury report.
No, but they shut down what's his name completely.
So we got.
Yeah, but
go ahead, buddy.
No, I was just saying. I mean, Eckler was out of the way, sure, but you had another running back step in and take his place. So, did you really win at the end of the day?
Yeah.
You still gave up over 100 rushing yards.
Yeah.
We've got Jaquan Brisker did not participate. Nate Davis did not participate. Dan Feely limited. Justin Fields DNP. Eddie Jackson limited. Roshan full. so it looks like he'll be back. Braxton Jones limited. Khalid Kareem full. He'll be back. Terrell Smith DNP illness. He should probably be back if it's just an illness. And then Darnell Wright with his shoulder/toe did not participate. So I don't know if Jaquan Brisker doesn't. Well, illness, so he might be back too.
Well, here's the biggie: is Brisker did not practice today. Neither did Nate Davis. I'm talking Thursday today.
Yeah, there's an updated one too.
Feeney was limited. Justin Fields didn't practice. Eddie Jackson was still limited. Roshan was still full.
Oh, that's right.
Mercedes Lewis and Terrell Smith did not practice, and Darnell Wright was limited.
Yeah.
And Khalil Kareem is not even on it today.
Yeah, he was full practice again. The Mercedes Lewis was just rest day anyway, so.
Yeah.
Mo Bierman is reminding us that Terrell Smith has mono.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
the guy from last year lost 25 pounds because of it, right?
Well, yeah, but Zach Wilson had mono too. Remember? No. Was it Zach?
Oh, God, last year was Leatherwood.
No, I'm sorry. It was what's his name? Drafted in the same draft as damn it, the kid from UCLA. That's the backup for the Niners now. Had mono, but he was drafted by the
quarterback for the Niners. It's Sam Darnell.
Sam Darnell. Thank you.
Darnold,
Yeah. He had mono with the with the Jets. I think that kind of stunted his growth in the NFL. So, kind of worried about that, but hopefully he'll be okay.
He might be playing. I thought Purdy had a concussion protocol to go through here.
He did.
Is he cleared?
Not yet.
Who?
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
This protocol. And it's funny. No one's talking about how Brock Purdy threw the game away. I do hang out on the 49ers pages too, just to see what's going on with my old team. And yeah, they're giving him a pass on that game. If Justin Fields threw 2 picks, Jesus Christ, they'd nail him to the cross.
It's only his 3rd pick of the season, though.
So it doesn't matter. He still threw the game away. We jumped on Justin Fields' ass for losing that game in Denver. Like, he was the only person out there on that fucking field.
How many games has Brock Purdy lost?
What does the matter? Win-loss record means
it does
0.
matter when Justin Fields
nothing.
has 5 wins in his career, 6 wins in his career, and this kid has 8.
Does the quarterback play the game by himself? Does he throw to himself? Does he catch the ball? Does he run the ball by himself? Does he block by himself? Does he go on defense by himself? No.
I'm just saying, all things accounted for when you have a hard time winning games and compared to winning games, and you're throwing more picks on average than I thought I was me getting pulled. When you're throwing more picks than a 7th round or the Mr. Irrelevant in as many games as he's played, I mean there is a little bit of a pass. I'm saying that's all.
No pass. I give no pass. I treat everyone equally.
I think the difference is with Purdy, you have a established play caller in Shanahan, whereas we have a guy who's learning on the job, and he hasn't been so great at it. So I can't attribute our losses to Fields like that, because our play caller and our roster, for that matter, has been bad. Whereas San Francisco, they're steep, they're deep, and they got a good play caller. So you can't compare them the same way, in my opinion.
San Francisco is a perennial playoff contender. Has been for a long time. So you take Brock Purdy out and put him on another team, does he have the same success? More than likely not. I mean, he didn't have Trent Williams at left tackle.
Yes.
But, the guy that filled in was still pretty good. Your defense was terrible considering how much money you dropped on Nick Bosa for him to do jack all.
telling you, man,
And
San
it's not
Francisco's
even like,
back.
sorry, BG, it's not even like, some guy jumped the gun or the ball was tipped. He literally threw to the other team at one point.
Yeah, I think the receiver must have got delayed in his route or something. I don't know what it was, but he clearly threw it straight to the defender.
Yeah.
I mean, he was expecting his receiver to be there, and he wasn't. So, again, I mean, yeah.
Purdy had success on a good team, where Justin
Yes.
Fields failed on a bad team. At the end of the day, the key word here is team. So if I'm going to roast Justin Fields for throwing one pick against Denver and losing the game because my defense took a giant shit all over my face and blew it, I'm going to do the same thing for Brock Purdy, who threw not one, two interceptions.
Fair enough.
He pissed the game away twice. I'll give him a pass on the first one.
Yeah.
But I can't on the second one. I can't.
It's not equal. If any of the top QBs that Bearski film, it's not equal. If any of the top QBs let me start over again. It's if any of the top QBs did that, you'd have given them a pass because 9 out of 10 times it come through, and this is 1 out of 10, so it's understandable.
Yeah, you still pissed the game away. You still threw it away, man. Justin Fields, you still threw it away. I can't put the entire loss on you because you didn't give up the other 28 points, but you still threw it away.
Now, I do agree with change the subject, though. When you just had it up there with Mr. Mahan. I think we should have went with Pep Hamilton, but the thing is, Eberflus said he wanted to have that offense that Getsy was bringing, the Shanahan tree offense. So that was a major factor because I think Pep Hamilton has shown he's done well with quarterbacks in developing them, from all the way back to the guy from Stanford and then Indianapolis, Andrew Luck. So he's always had good. I mean, he was always a stud anyway. Don't get me wrong, but he's always done well with developing quarterbacks.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what sucks for like guys like you, Walt, and my cousin Simon, who he grew up in the New England area. He was a Patriots fan his whole damn life. He marries he's my cousin by blood, but he's my cousin. He marries my cousin. He moves to Illinois as a Patriots fan. And he becomes a Bears fan when the Patriots go on to win 7, they go to like 10 Super Bowls in the next 15 years that he was living here. And he's now a Bears fan. And he could have been a Patriots. He could have just stayed a Patriots fan. And you, Walt, you were a Niners fan, and now you're a Bears fan, and now you're stuck in this Bears fandom when your Niners team they're one of the best teams in the league, and you could just be happy being a Niners fan, but you got sucked in. The Bears do that to people, man.
But here's the thing, though. If he was a 49ers fan, there's a part of him that still is, so he all right.
I mean, I'm a Bears fan number 1, but I'm a football fan number 2. So, in the house here, we watch every game we can that's on there. So, I'm watching at least 3-4 games a weekend just on live television, not including anything else I do during the week after the fact. So, I mean, yeah, I was a Niners fan. I lived through the Jeff Garcia era and watched them, just completely implode after Steve Young, got hit one too many times.
That wasn't the worst era, though, for you guys.
Wasn't great.
Jim Plunkett was the worst era.
Yeah. That's true.
Before he went to Oakland and became a star, he was in San Francisco and he was stinking it up.
Foster, I'm gonna run to the bathroom before I have to piss on Aldo's bushes. I'll be right back.
You need to do it because I just actually had to go back. I got the power steering fixed and I covered the front passenger seat in plastic for you.
So you can piss on it?
No, I'm not leaving. No, I'm not. I'm not going to let this story go without me being here.
Explain yourself, Foster.
Drippy dicks. Enough said. Do we need to play the commercial right now?
No,
No.
no.
I had drunken incontinence and had to piss in all those bushes. And a little bit on myself.
Oh my
And
goodness.
a little bit. I didn't get you. It was all over me, Foster. It's not in your car.
I was joking around, dude. I just said it. I mean, you're the one. You're the one telling all the crap. All I'm doing is,
If I would have
I
left,
did.
I would have missed the whole thing. You'd have been like, oh, well, this fucking guy.
Nope. I said what I said, man. It was a joke because I finally did. I fixed my power steering.
Oh, good for you. So you don't have to keep putting power steering fluid in whenever you want to drive?
Not anymore.
Good for you, buddy.
I was running these guys all over the damn place, and my power steering started leaking.
All right, I'm going to go take a piss on all those bushes. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna call them up and tell them, dude. We'll do it. Take a long one, then we can really talk without you hearing it.
Oh, I will. I'll get on my phone so I can hear it.
All right, I have a question for Mark. Mark, you say that you would have hired Mike McDaniel instead of Eberflus. Now, what made you want to
Right back.
hire Mike McDaniel? Because he was an unknown for the most part. So I'm just curious, what makes you want to hire him? Before now he's proven to be good, but up until then, you didn't know much about him. So what made you, or what makes you say you would want to have hired him? I know that's probably a lot to type in a chat, but I'm just curious.
See what he says, dude. I don't know either.
He said Adam Hogue. I guess Adam Hogue was a fan of him.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, because I honestly didn't even have an idea who Mike McDaniel was up until he got hired. And, when he got hired, I'm like, who is this guy? So, yeah, I had no idea.
I had heard of him, but he was kind of off the radar, and as he was to most people.
Right.
Because a lot of people didn't hear him. Not unless they're like looking at every team every week, which I don't do that.
Yeah, I mean,
to move up the rankings, you would have seen him move up as a coach. That's all. And he did it really quick. But he's smart.
Yeah.
I love seeing him on TV. I recorded a couple things, man. Some of his answers.
Mike McDaniel?
Yeah.
Yo, he's funny, man. He be cracking those little jokes. Yeah, he's funny.
Yep.
I don't know if he could handle the Chicago market though.
Yeah, he could. He could handle anything, that dude. He could handle it. I think so. Anyways, I think so.
I mean, that's only because that Chicago market, man, it is rough. Those reporters, they're rough.
Yeah. So what are you expecting this week against the Chargers, man? I mean, what's your little take on it? Because I had to go to the bathroom, and then I had to unplug the battery charger before I blew up the battery on my other car. I was hungry, so I had to grab a snack.
I think for me, because like we was talking about earlier, that we probably have to do a different game plan because they're going to try to plan on throwing the short passes. But we can't get away from that because our protection is going to be suspect with Borum and who knows who's going to be the other tackle. So
Mercedes Lewis.
Huh?
Right. Mercedes Lewis.
Right. So
throw him at right tackle.
Yeah. So I don't know how we're going to have that protection because it'll be a good test. I think if they have Bagent drop back, how does he respond to pressure? And especially if they do a lot of blitzes, it'll be a good test for Bagent to see where he's at. I think I really don't see us winning. I don't. Not with that scenario being our offensive line being suspect right now. And I don't know what Bagent's arm strength is like to get the ball down the field. So I don't know. I mean, because like I said, Raiders didn't put him to a test to me. They only rushed 4. They didn't put him under any real pressure.
I wanted to say this because Bearsky brought it up. Paul said win This wins handles the Chicago market, and he's right. All you got to do is win. Look at Miami. All they got to do is win.
Yeah,
Nobody's complaining in Miami anymore.
yeah.
After,
If you win, but
right?
but does he get a chance to win right off the start? And see, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
No, not in Chicago because you're under a microscope 24/7 here. You know that. You know.
Right. Now,
but I just was throwing that in because I wanted to go back to. See, now I got a feeling that he's going to get blitzed and he's going to see some different stuff that he didn't see against the Raiders because that was pretty base.
yes,
All they really did was move Crosby around and have him come in from different places.
right.
So I expect the Chargers to pull. He's a rookie quarterback, no matter what anybody says. He is a rookie, undrafted free agent out of a Division II school. He maybe played more than any, but that's still what he is.
Right.
So I got a feeling they're going to come at him with a lot of stuff, man. They're going to come at him with most of their playbook, probably, if not all of it.
Yeah, I mean,
see how he's going to react.
Yeah,
and I just happen to believe that I don't. If they're rushing them all the time, we probably won't see deep balls because there's definitely not going to be time to do them if they're pulling the stuff Minnesota pulled against Fields, where they're running 5-6 guys up the box. Yeah. We've seen what that looks like against our offense, especially when the calling on the offense is terrible, doesn't even account for the guy.
Yeah.
So it's going to be critical to that. But I think because Bagent has been just doing this so long, I think he's going to have actually a better success than Fields might. Fields he was holding the ball in Ohio State because everybody's wide open and waiting. He had all day to throw. That's still a big adjustment, man. That's part of his problem here mentally, I believe, today. But it can be fixed, I believe, too. I mean, it's just a matter of increments, and we've seen big glimpses of it. But I think the Bears defense is going to play the way they've been playing. They're going to be able to slow the running game down. I love our backfield. I love our defensive backfield, even though we're missing guys here and there. It seems like somebody's always stepping up in that backfield, dude.
Yeah, I think Eddie Jackson's this is Eddie Jackson's last year here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's we were talking about it last year, man, because of money.
Not only that, I mean,
we've got better talent.
Hicks has been serviceable.
I said we might have better talent, I should say. I shouldn't say we got, But I think this is gonna be a tight game. I do. I think it's gonna be a little more scoring offensively. So I was of the thought, if you remember back when we did our beginning of seasons, this was one of the games that I think pretty much everybody picked us to lose on our panel, But I'm not sure we're gonna lose it.
I don't think we're
not sure today, man.
Yeah.
And PJ, you always pick them to win anyways.
I do. And when we actually give a prediction, I'm going to still predict them to win. I'm just telling you right now. I think
all right. So no, we're still good. We're the same because I had said it, a couple of games. I'm like, man, we're going to lose this. What do you think is going to happen? Bears win 24-21.
Exactly.
Like you just said, I don't care what I just said. I'm a Bear.
I always try to go reverse psychology whenever things get bad. Like I predicted a huge loss for the Patriots last year, and they won big.
Oh, shit.
Man.
I had to get rid of them.
Fuckers. I predicted I predicted a loss this week.
All I heard was fucking the Patriots, man. I don't want to hear any more Patriots tonight. So you predicted a big loss for the Patriots.
And they won big last year. And then I predicted a loss for the Raiders this year, and they won. So I guess I should just predict a loss every week for
just go back to
psychology's sake.
Go back to pontificating on your Sunday night show. Call up KB, man, because I'm telling you, there's a shot at KB from the weekend. Like I don't know. I think it was tailgating. Maybe not.
What's up, J2K?
But he was sitting there like this.
Who was?
KB. Billings.
Mm.
He'll pontificate with you, or at least he'll look the part. I sure won't.
Pontificating is fun, guys.
What are we
You see
pontificating
what
about?
Doug Van Dorn says in the chat?
I mean, just
Doug Van Dorn said Bagent showed in preseason that he could throw the ball. I lost it. It was schooled on me.
yes. He's shown in college he can throw the ball more than 50 yards. So I don't know why they didn't put him on to throw the fucking Hail Mary, man. That was stupid.
It's that noodle on.
I'm still trying to figure out, remember what how in the one drill they have, how many yards that was. It was probably only about 30, 35. But I don't remember that.
Zach Sullivan is he's as big a supporter as Bagent as there is. You're passing judgment off on hypotheticals. Truth is, he ran the offense and checked to positive plays all day. Why throw deep, winning by 3 scores? Well said.
Can't argue with that, Zach.
Look at J2K. J2K has been our draft analyst, for half the season here. He's excited to see another game from TB17. Look at Walt seething.
TB just lost to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. TB lost to Buffalo. I was going to say.
24-18 shouldn't have been that close.
Yeah.
The deflected touchdown in the end zone helped them.
Pohl's first move was trading away Khalil Mack, but never got a replacement. True. Somebody else asked in here, like, what about Yannick right now? Like, what do you guys think about Yannick?
How do you replace him? Because you'll never get who he was the time he was here at the beginning.
Why is it?
We'll never see that again. Where the way he played the first 2 seasons with us, because it won't happen.
True.
So
is Yannick just going to blow up and get his 8.5 sacks? Eventually this season.
I don't know. I think it's just going to progress. He's probably not going to get. This will be the year he don't get it, unless he watch him get 2 or 3 in this game, because the Chargers are just a passing team, man. Well, they can run, but you know what I mean.
Bearski, did you guys see Bagent was watching one of my videos on a podcast? Which one?
I did see. He was.
Which podcast?
They were interviewing Bagent, and they were using Bearski's footage of him in the breakdown. He was asking him questions about it. It's on YouTube.
Awesome, Bearski. Dude, that's kick-ass.
It was pretty cool. I was watching it, and then in the corner of the screen it says Bearski Films, and I'm going, wait, what? And then I don't know what the podcast was, and then he flashes up, and it says right on the bottom, it said Bearski Films, subscribe. So I was like, oh, cool, man. It's fucking real cool. And that's what Bagent was seeing during the interview.
Was that the 7 podcast?
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
We got it.
Yeah. That was a while ago. I want to ask Mark. Mark, did you do a shot of Malort after the Commanders win and then after the Raiders win? Because he was saying that he was going to do a shot. He literally keeps the Malort to do shots when they win. I want to know your answer to that, because I want to present to you my shot of Malort with Chris Watts at at Billy Goats. Here we go. Where is it?
It's there.
That's the seal in white, chin chin.
Both of our first shot of Malort.
Chin chin down the hatch.
Probably your last. Look at Dan's face. Whoa! If they play the film long enough, Dan's going whoop 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 whoop.
That was terrible.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Yeah.
I'm upset right there.
It's sort of done the job, but I couldn't drink a lot of that.
No, it's more like
little.
bittery, like
Like a
lemon peel.
lemony sort of.
Lemon peel or an orange peel bitter. Oh, there you have it.
And then Chris was like, that actually goes really well with this burger.
Chris, man.
Man, just watching your face makes me not even want to even think about drinking it.
Did you see his eyes, man?
Oh my goodness.
Here's what happened. They go, I go, can we get 2 shots of Malort? She goes, you want this Chicago handshake? We go, yeah. So she pours 2 beers, puts them down. She pours 2 shots of Malort, puts them down next to the beers. So we were like, well, those beers must be for someone else. So we just like took the shots and we did them. I'm like, can I get 2 more beers? So she got us some beers, and then later on, I was like, because we were only there for 20 minutes before they were closing. So I'm like, can we get another shot? We're gonna do a shot of whiskey. So she just thought, Malort. So she just started pouring another shot of Malort and put them next to the same beers. And I'm like, are those our beers? Are those from somebody else? She's like, it's the Chicago handshake. It's a beer and a shot. I'm like, am I supposed to drop that in there like a car bomb? She's like, no, it's a chaser. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It's so terrible. You're giving us a beer with it. I get it. Okay.
There's a lot of places do it. You can do that with any shot. Beer and a chaser. I mean,
yeah, it really was not as bad as I was expecting it to be, like fucking gasoline, but it was not that bad. It
wasn't gasoline. It was turpentine.
It was like turpentine with a hint of like,
it wasn't that bad.
Lemon peel at the end, bitter lemon peel.
You gonna go pick up a bottle, Shorty?
No.
Have a bottle on stock for the Bears wins?
No.
Yeah, see, but it wasn't that bad.
I mean, if they're coming as if they're as slim as they are now, then maybe. Not for every loss, though. I emailed you the Tyson Bagent clips. Let's see. Bearsky's saying. In case we want to, if you want to show the clip that he was watching here, let's see. So he was on the 7 podcast recently, huh?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So a second time.
Who was on there?
Tyson Bagent.
Oh, okay. I know he was on the Sick podcast with what's his name? The receiver, Tyler Scott.
Adam Rank.
And Adam Rank. It's called the Tyler Scott Show, I guess.
Yeah.
I saw that too.
It's on every week.
Yeah.
J2K is asking if Roshan's back for this game. I think so. He was full.
He hasn't been cleared yet.
He was full the last 2 days. He's been full.
It was full participation though.
But I don't think I thought they said he still has one more hurdle to be cleared.
I think that was prior to practice, though.
That was prior to practice? Okay.
Yeah, if he wasn't cleared, they wouldn't let him full practice.
Okay.
We will know a lot more tomorrow.
Here's his video here.
Hopefully.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, Bearsky, I have to agree. Like Foreman and Darrington Evans definitely earned the lion's share of the attempts this week. Let them use just Roshan back in.
Yeah.
Why isn't that playing? Let's see.
You don't need to
Nobody's
rush
rushing anybody, man. I got burned a couple times here with my fantasy team. Like even Aaron Jones and Dylan has sucked, but somehow he's been playing. He's been getting some yardage and stuff the last 2 weeks, man. So they cut him back on his touches. A lot of guys coming off injuries, they're not. It's like they're almost not. Unless you're the big name getting the big bucks, like they haven't been throwing them right in the fire, man. And it's not just the Bears.
So here is Tyson Bagent watching Bearsky's video.
Yeah.
When there's a play where you, I guess maybe Susie could bring it up for the people at home; they could see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the very bottom of the notes. It's Tyson every offensive start for 7 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And early at the 17-second mark, you hit a guy and then they show it in slow motion right after Souza, right in the chest, and he drops the ball. What does he say sorry in the huddle? Like how does the team process that?
Oh yeah.
What happens after that happens?
I mean, nothing. It was early in the game. I mean, and regardless, he was like, my bad. I was like, yeah, we're good.
Oh, so he does say it. When he goes back to the huddle, he just says, my bad.
Just like it. Say it again.
He does say that when he goes back to the huddle, he goes, Tyson, my bad, dude. And you're like, no sweat, dude.
Yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling. Because if I'm like, I don't know. I agree with hard coaching or whatever, but also like if you mess up something physical, like a mental mess up, then I'm like, all right, bro, come on, like lock in. Like, come on, we talked about that. But if you just get beat or you do something, it's like a physical mishap that, the things just happen. So I think that me just being like, getting on him, that'll just maybe cause more stress for the next one. But as long as he knows that, hey, man, I'm chilling. I know that you'll catch the next one. It's all good.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull this one up. This one's crazy. Let me see if I can find this one.
Pretty awesome, Bearsky.
Do you remember every play? I don't mean like just off the top of your head, but like if I play a play, are you like, oh yeah, I remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I can, people can be like, hey, that guy was on your podcast. And I'm like, I don't even remember. I don't even know who that dude is.
Yeah, I can remember those plays.
Crazy. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I think it's the next one. Hold on. Right here. Like that. Yeah. You turn really quick. Did you see how you did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's great.
Yeah, because if I can just get somebody to fall for a split second, that could be the difference of our guy taking it all the way to the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then after you let go of the ball, do you watch every play like a hawk?
I got to be better at like carrying out my fake. But I do sometimes I get caught up in the moment and I do end up like watching the game a little bit, which is a bad habit.
But I mean, let's say after you throw a ball.
Oh yeah, now I'm watching. I'm like, all right,
go, buddy, go.
Seeing exactly what's going on.
What about this? What about this play? There was a play where you threw a block.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to do that?
Yeah, that was like not necessarily a block, but just
it was a reverse, right? It was a reverse.
Just sealing the edge, making sure our guy can get around clean. But I wouldn't say it was much of a block. It was more just me getting in the way. I don't even think I know how to block, honestly.
Do they tell you to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, right here. Oh, and you start hopping a little bit there. Did that hurt you?
No.
No, okay. If it did hurt you, you wouldn't say.
I would. Yeah, I would. No, that was fine. That didn't hurt.
Awesome. Thank you, Bearsky. That was awesome.
Yep. Thank you, Bearsky. Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's your 15 seconds of fame right there. It's pretty cool. I love the first interview that I saw with him on that show. And he's like, okay, so is that the running back right there? He's like, yep, that's a running back. And I should have hit him in the flat right there, but instead I just started to run for a touchdown. I should have thrown to him. He was wide open, but it was just so hilarious. Like, okay, so tell me what's going on. Is that the running back?
He said there was at least one play where Bagent was supposed to make a fake. Bagent, however you say it, he was supposed to make a fake, and he didn't even do that. He just threw it to Mark because he knew he had to play immediately. So going off a little bit of the script and being smart enough to take advantage of what you got. At least he seemed like he's pretty damn honest there about all this stuff, unless his foot's really hurting him.
Seeing this, what keeps going through my head is, how do we have a 16-year-old quarterback? That kid can't even be shaving yet.
Man.
That's why I'm growing this, dog. I'm going to give him some of this, dude.
Yeah. It's crazy how, you look at these youngsters now and it's like, man, you're like Zach Wilson looks like he's literally 10,
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn, exactly. Oh man. Well, guys, it's going on 2.5 hours. You guys want to wrap this up soon?
Whatever you say.
Yeah,
man.
let's give our score predictions and predictions of the game.
All right. I picked last night on the PSF app. In case you guys haven't checked that out, PSF is an pro sports fans app. Is an amazing app for all fans, every single fucking sport that there is out there, whether you like the Bulls or the Lakers or the Lakers, PJ, whoever it is. It's an excellent interactive chat room based, fan based, pro sports fan based app. That's just it's brand new. It's head up by Sean Salisbury, the president. It's backed by Mike Tyson, and I do a show. I do a game cast with Lester Wiltfong Jr. We're doing this next game this coming Sunday night, and we did a show last week. We do a show every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and then whatever game cast that we signed up for. In this case, it's this next Sunday. So check us out there. And I was talking with Lester about this game, and we did our score predictions. And I picked a really odd score because the last one was so odd, being 30-12. So I picked something like 32 to 16 or some shit, like some weird score. So I'm gonna stick with that. Bears 32, Chargers 16.
What you got, Foster?
A headache.
We'll see you there too, Mark.
Bears 28, Chargers 20.
Okay. What you got, Walt?
Home with the flow.
17-14 Bears.
Ooh, keeping it close. I like it. DVD saying, Eduardo, thank you. Great show, guys. You make work go smoothly. Thank you. We appreciate you, man. We're here every Thursday night for your entertainment. Hope we're so glad that you enjoyed us. Seriously, you are what makes this go around. Every one of you in chat. So thank you very much, Eduardo, for hanging out with us tonight.
Absolutely, Eduardo. You're probably the only one.
Yeah. DVD saying Bears 17, Chargers 16, nail biter. Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I'll be biting my fingertips by then.
I'll take the win. I'll take the win. Yeah. Most saying Shorty looking for Scorigami. Scorigami.
Me too, with the 28 points.
Well, Zach Sullivan saying 34-23.
He's going to take advantage of that offense, dude. Defense. Go ahead, Pete.
No, I was just saying what Zach Sullivan's score was. 34-23 Bears. I'll say Bears 24-23.
Another nail biter?
Yeah. I think Bears get off to a big lead, and then they started coming back and fall short.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'll just take a Bears win, man, because people are not expecting them to win. It's not.
Eduardo saying you can call me Eddie. It's a lot easier. Thank you. Eduardo Isaac Rodriguez.
No, it's Eduardo Isaac Rodriguez, dude.
It's fucking Eduardo Isaac.
See, you know what? I was right. His name is Shortinez.
Shortinez.
We're gonna make him Hispanic, dude.
Hey, when Heidi at Aldo's party, she was, she's Hispanic. She's Mexican. Well, she's from fucking Acapulco.
Yes.
And I said, I can understand you if you can speak slowly. So she said it like an entire sentence slowly. And I read it back to her. She was like, yes. I'm like, see?
You know what? I was there, guys, and Dan was so drunk, she just agreed with him. She just agreed with him because he wouldn't stop trying. He's trying to talk to her, right? He's trying to talk to her. And for like 2 hours, he said like 4 freaking words in Spanish. And those weren't even right. So I'm like, Heidi, just tell him, yeah, right, good. Yeah.
How do you know they weren't right?
I speak a little.
I speak a little more too.
You speak a little more less. Speak a little less next time, man.
Oh
I
man.
just got canned after the show, right?
Now, are you guys doing a broadcast, Foster, Walt, Sunday night?
That is a good question. We'll have to
discuss
figure out
that.
what we're doing here.
Okay.
You guys can think about that on your own time.
All right.
You guys
Well,
are
let's
welcome to do it here, of course, you know.
Well, let's acknowledge the people in the chat. We got Mark Kazak, Eduardo, Mo Bierman, Zach Sullivan, Doug Van Dorn, Mr. Mayhem, this guy named PJ, Bearsky Films.
Bearsky, great to see you again.
Destroyer 1320 is here.
Yeah, Destroyer 1320.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for popping in, J2K.
We had a newbie here too earlier.
A couple of them. There was a couple of them.
It was Cool Whip was one. Thank you,
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Undefeated.
Destroyer is not a new one. I was thinking there was somebody else that had a
There was
similar.
a guy that had a question for Foster. I forgot his name.
Yeah, it was
Cool Whip.
Oh, was that Cool Whip?
No,
but
Jay Sanders was in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Sanders, Jeremy
Treviso.
Yep. J2K. Oh, undefeated. That's the other newbie.
There you go.
Do you shave your gooch or just let it grow?
Right. Now,
Bearsky liked my answer. That was a
he
valid
asked-
answer, Foster.
he asked a question like retros, or it might be a retros second account or something.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
He's trolling us.
Right.
Oh,
Hey,
it's retro.
Cliff, of course, he was here. Cliff,
of course.
Treviso.
Can't forget about Cliff, man. Cliff, Clayton, and Curtis. Those three guys are something else, man. That's Cliff's crew.
Hair Bear.
Yes, Hair Bear with the 5
Jeremy.
Yep, Jeremy. It's great to see new people in here like Cool Whip and Defender. Awesome. It's great to see old faces back like DVD. We've missed you, like really missed you. Like we were like the last couple of shows, like where the hell's DVD been?
Yeah.
Hope your health is well, and we look forward to seeing you here
Absolutely.
whenever you can view us. I know that health is the most important thing. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh,
Mo
yeah.
Bierman, good to see
King
you.
Buka was here earlier too.
Yeah. King Buka World.
King Buka, yes.
Beat me to the punch there. Siege.
We got Cliff too, right?
Zach, thanks for the
funny.
awesome clock again, Zach. I'll get that hung up here real soon.
Dude,
As soon as I can figure it
it'll
out.
go good right here. Right here,
Bears-
dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Right there. Put it right there, man. Right in my.
Bearsky, congratulations on that. That was an awesome moment in time for you with them viewing your video. That was pretty cool. And thanks for joining us again. It's great to see you and chat with us tonight. Everyone, you guys are what makes BCP go round. So thank you all for joining us. Without you, we would not be doing this. So thank you. Thank you. Spread the word, please. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. We're so damn close. So close. I've been handing out Bears Country Podcast cards to everyone at the games.
Yeah, but they were all from by your old neighborhood, man.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't work.
There was so many people from up north. I don't care if we were on the metro train or sitting at the station or walking into the tailgate. Hey, where are you guys from? Lake Zurich? What the hell is it today with everybody from up north, man?
Yeah, they're like
everywhere we went.
They're like, I watch Comcast Sports for my Bear stuff, not you guys. It's different when you live in the surrounding area. You don't really care about podcasts. You know, when you live out of state, that's when you're looking for content. And everyone that lives out of state and watches us or listens to us, want to thank you all because it really is it means a lot. So thank you.
And you can tell how special it is because the guys who met up on this Raiders game. I'm not the Raiders game, but the Raiders game. and that's special. Again, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to make it, but man, you guys sound like you guys had a great time. We're doing a phenomenal thing to be able to get Chris here. So that's what this thing is all about, man. Bears fans enjoying each other, having a good time, having a brotherhood, man. Something that goes beyond words.
Absolutely. I mean,
well put, dude. Well
I mean,
put.
it says
Do
it all.
next year, right?
Yeah. It says it all this past couple of weeks with bringing Chris Watts on the show, and Bearsky said he saw him on Fox News himself. That was awesome.
Cool.
I mean, that was amazing. It was an amazing week with Chris, man, and to spend that much time with an Englishman who a year ago I could barely understand, to like, drinking with him, and he's like talking to me like the movie Snatch, I'm like, I can't believe I can fucking understand this guy still. It was amazing. That's how you know you're friends.
Right.
So it was an awesome time, man. I just want to thank everyone again for their contributions to the GoFundMe for Chris Watts. If you guys have not checked out or seen the clip of Chris on the Fox Morning Show, or if you have not seen the article that Larry Mayer wrote about us, they are both in the description of tonight's show. You can check them out. Just click on it. You can watch them both yourself. And it was a great time. So love you all. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us again on another Thursday night. And guys, let's end this shit on a 1, 2, 3. Fucking Bears. Ready? Because we're going to win this week.
Good night, everybody.
Sunday Night Football. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Bears.
Bears.